One final session then for the teams, one final session as well to see what we've got coming up in the ranks. Welcome to the Formula E Women's Test, a chance for 18 drivers to head out there onto the circuit to prove that women can drive in really fast cars. This is the opportunity that everybody's been looking forward to as well. A chance for female driver to show that they can drive in Formula E as well. So nothing new in Formula E. We've had female drivers before, similar to Sylvester and Catherine Legg back in the very early days of Generation 1. But this is a big step. We've had a couple of years ago in Gen 2, we've had females in the test. Alice Powell's been testing both Gen 2 and Gen 3 cars from Envision. But to get a full 3 hours at an official test is fantastic. I, for one, am all for more women drivers in Formula 1, Formula E, IndyCar and every aspect of motorsport as well. Proud supporter as well of our friend and colleague Maddie Patterson, who runs the Sekhmet Racing team in the Women's Circuit Racing Championship as well. So this is going to be a very exciting 3 hours. To begin with though, we've got some interviews. To start with, yesterday Jack Pickering caught up with Jamie Chadwick, who became the first woman to win in the Indy NXT Championship last year. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Hi Jamie, are you looking forward to tomorrow's test?
Yeah, really looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah, I think getting a bit of a taste of the action today obviously makes me more excited, but this track looks really fun as well, so yeah, really looking forward to it.
How important is it that women, the female drivers are getting to have a go, and this is such a revolutionary test for Formula E?
I think it's great. Obviously, being biased, I think it's really great. I mean, yeah, opportunities to test these cars are limited as it is. You know, the rookie tests are few and far between, and so for any driver to have an opportunity to drive is limited. So to have this chance where, you know, we really have been sort of brought to the forefront in that sense is great. And I think hopefully it gives us that kind of opportunity to experience the car, learn a bit, get to know the teams, and hopefully bridge an opportunity for the future as well.
You've driven a couple Formula E cars beforehand. How much are you looking forward to this one with like the additional power and four-wheel drive and everything like that?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. I mean, it's a big step from the last time I drove. I think they've, yeah, the evolution of the cars has been significant. I think it's like 100 kilowatts more. They've got four-wheel drive, all these new things. So I think in that sense, still obviously really excited to see the progress, and yeah, looking forward to how it actually feels on track. And
obviously you won W Series 3 times. You've been doing stuff in Indy Lights this year. What is it to you as like a role model to young women who potentially want to take up motorsport?
I think honestly there's so much more opportunity for women in the sport now. Even this test is a clear example of that. I think it's now a really good time to get into the sport, whoever you are or whatever you're doing. I think it's a great time. Yeah, I think it's obviously a sport that's historically been heavily male dominated. We're trying to change that, but really I think what we need to do is try and give opportunity for everyone across the board, not just drivers but engineers, mechanics, make the whole motorsports space much more diverse, and I think we're going in that direction. But I think to those younger girls looking at it, knowing that that's going to be only even more the case as time goes on, I think should be encouraging.
And do you see that there is more of that inclusivity nowadays? I know that there's quite a few different programs. FIA have got Girls on Track. Silverstone Museum did a month where they let young girls go free. Do you think there's more and more of these to come, and is it good?
100%. I definitely think it's a good thing. I know some people say it seems forced, but I think that's what it takes at the initial moments to make the difference. Yeah, I think it's great that we're seeing all these initiatives. I started a karting series in the UK to encourage young girls to get involved at the very grassroots level, which I think is the area we kind of need to tackle the most. But that, alongside F1 Academy, alongside this initiative, there's so many more opportunities now. I think it's fantastic, and see the direction we're going in the sport.
All right, cheers, Jamie.
Once again, Formula E Zone is the place to be as well. Later on tonight for the FE Bar as well. My thanks to Jack Pickering. I think will be the last we'll hear from him in this test as well. But it's not the only stuff we've got, because FIA Formula E have actually also brilliantly released the press conference that was held. You can now see that test session 7 has been called the women's testing session as well. So that's come on as well. They've also, hello, breaking news on this actually, that's just come through from the FIA. Season 11 of the ABB Formula E World Championship will also see the implementation of a few sporting updates, such as the introduction of the FIA World title for manufacturers as well. That's now been confirmed as well. But before the session gets underway in around about 5 minutes' time, for the next 15 minutes as well, let's take a look at what the drivers have to say as well to themselves back in the FIA press conference as well. So let's hand over now. And we shall get ready. We're just having a few tech issues trying to get them up on the screen because we don't need the numbers in this test session because they are different numbering system. Okay, let's cross over then and hear from the drivers.
Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to the official FIA press conference ahead of the exciting women's test this afternoon. This test is a first for an FIA World Championship, and I am delighted to be joined by 5 drivers who will be taking part this afternoon. We have Nerea Marti from Andretti Formula E team, Abby Pulling from Nissan Formula E team, Jamie Chadwick from Jaguar TCS Racing, Marta Garcia from Tag Heuer Porsche Formula E team, and Bianca Bustamante from the Neom McLaren Formula E team. And Nerea, we're going to start with you. Obviously, you are from Valencia, and as much as I'm sure you're pleased to be here testing, it has to be a tough moment for you.
Yeah, to be honest, it's super sad the situation in Valencia now. I'm really grateful because Andretti donate some money for the Valencian community, so I'm really grateful about that. And also we put some stickers also in the helmet and the car, so yeah. From here, to be honest, I have my head in Valencia, but now focus on the test, of course. It's a good opportunity for us, so we are going to maximize everything and let's see.
Yeah, well, we've all got our thoughts with Valencia at the moment, and you have seen the Gen 3 Evo car. What are you most looking forward to about driving it?
Yeah, of course, it's an amazing opportunity for us. I'm really excited to be on track this evening. So, yeah, I will try to learn as much as possible, to enjoy, and yeah, of course, I can't wait to be in the Gen 3 Evo.
Perfect. Well, Abby, we'll come to you next. You're currently leading the F1 Academy Championship. That must give you some confidence coming into this test?
To be honest, I don't think it really affects anything for this test. It's a complete different car. It's a similar environment with having all the girls, but it's a much bigger operation within the team. So wherever I am in F1 Academy has not affected my mindset for this. I'm just going to do what the team has set me, be productive, obviously learn myself as well, but as we've seen, it's the new Gen 3 Evo, so they're also learning. So I don't want to get in the way of that. I want to try and help them as much as possible in the meantime.
Perfect. And we've seen Alice Powell is also involved in this test. You two obviously work together. You must be looking forward to being out there with her and maybe trying to set a faster lap time.
Yeah, we've had to tell the team managers, don't worry, we're going to be nice to each other on track. No, I've always been quite interested in Formula E. Obviously, she's done development with Envision for a while, so I'm always kind of prodding and poking and wanting to learn from her and understanding what Formula E is about for the past, since she's been doing it. So, yeah, as soon as this test kind of was announced, I poked a bit more, tried to get a bit more information. But it's, really exciting, and it will be nice to share the track again with her, although it won't be racing, but it will be, we'll be being competitive on the timesheets maybe.
Lots to debrief, I'm sure. And Jamie, we'll come to you next. This isn't your first experience of a Formula E car. In fact, you were in one in Portland only earlier this year. What are you most looking forward to experiencing, though, in this Gen 3 Evo car?
I think, just how far it's come. I properly drove Formula E car back in 2020, which was, told someone else it was 2022 the other day because it didn't feel that long ago, but that is a long time ago. And it's just evolved so much, the championship, the cars, the technology, the teams. So I think kind of starting to sort of learn more about that. Obviously, the amount of time is going to be impossible to learn everything, but still just to kind of get a bit up to speed with it and learn more about how far it's come is going to be cool.
And as a 3-time W Series champion, how important are days like today for women's representation in motorsport?
Hugely important. I'm a big advocate for it because I think it's, for a few reasons. I think, for one, it's representation, which I think is critical in any sport, but particularly in motorsport across the board in the paddocks, and showcasing that, we are forward thinking in these initiatives, I think is critical. But also, I think opportunity, I hate the fact I feel like the older one now when I look at how young some of the drivers are, but you know, they're just starting off in their professional car racing careers, and I think for them to have this chance to develop relationships with the teams, understand what a world championship sort of level looks like, you don't get that in any other formula. So I think it is so important to get that experience, and hopefully it leads to something, probably not in the very near future, but in the distant future.
Brilliant. Marta, you are next. Like Jamie, you've also driven a Formula E car before. How excited are you to get back behind the wheel of an electric single-seater?
Yeah, I'm quite excited, to be honest. As you said, my first test was in Berlin with the Formula E car. And yeah, that was quite interesting, quite different to what I'm used to. But yeah, I'm quite excited to jump in the car today, see how much it's changed as well. With the tires, with the four-wheel driving, I'm excited to try how different it is from the last time. And yeah, just also want to work with the team, with Porsche. Obviously, I think they're great, so professional. So just looking forward to work with all of them.
Perfect. And have you raced here at Jarama before? And if not, how do you prep for a track that you're not very familiar with in a car that you haven't driven before?
Actually, I raced here, I think, one of my first races in the Formula 4 in the Spanish Championship. But it was back in 2016, so it's been a long time since then. And yeah, to prepare the test, obviously we went to the sim, and then we did some sim with the engineers and so on, trying to familiarize ourselves with the procedures and everything with the car. But yeah, it's tricky also because we know the test was supposed to be in Valencia, then it changed here. So also the prep we did was mostly for Valencia. But yeah, of course we have a lot of information now as well from this track, so we can get ready after on track.
Exciting times. And Bianca, last but not least, this is a big step in your career. What advice have you been given ahead of this test?
Yeah, I think McLaren probably the youngest team on the grid with me and Ella. We're both 19, so it's a huge step in our career coming from F4. You know, F4 is probably the fastest car I've ever driven. And going into Formula E, where there's a lot more procedures, a lot more technical, working with a lot more people as well. It's a big team working with energy, strategies, race performance engineers, and obviously having teammates like Sam Bird, who's been in the FE season probably since the very beginning, from the first season. He's given us a lot of information. We did a track walk with him. He's told us, you know, everything I need to know about the track and the car specific as well, with the hand-cooked tires, which is, I believe, is probably a new, it's new tires. And he's told me that, yeah, it's a lot more technical, it's quicker, especially in push 350 with the all-wheel drive. And I think also the physicality of the car, which is the drivers were telling that it's a lot more technical to drive because it's a bit heavier, it's faster as well. So a lot of things to manage, a lot of like moving variables that I'm not very used to, me and Ella, but we've done well. McLaren, the whole Neo McLaren Formula E team has done well to prepare us. And like I said, it's an amazing opportunity being part of the development program. It just leaps us forward into our careers.
And how do you think the people in the Philippines would react if Formula E were to race there?
Oh, don't tempt me. Oh gosh, I think it would be groundbreaking. I don't think we've ever held an FIA race in the Philippines, and you know, like Formula One, FE, you know, any of these, if they were ever to come to Philippines, you know, it's a third world country where motorsport was never encouraged. You know, it was actually frowned upon because we were less privileged, and for someone to kind of dream of racing in Formula One, it nearly seemed like, you know, you don't dream too high. That's what they often tell us. So I think it would be a sign of hope, a beacon of hope for a lot of people in Philippines. Dreamers and aspirations and all of those things can come to life, and I think that's very important, representation and giving opportunities where it's needed.
Well, hopefully the right people are listening in the room. If anybody has any questions, please raise your hand and state your name and publication, and somebody will come find you with a microphone. Any questions? None for these incredible women. Nobody's got any questions. Well, I'll certainly come up with some questions. So you guys all did the track walk earlier, yesterday even. What are your kind of first impressions? Abby, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I actually did some of my sim prep a bit later than most, so I got to do it on this track, and it was much more undulating in real life. Doing the track walk, you go to 10.5 an hour. This is pretty steep, so it's quite exciting, and also the camber works for the drivers. You know, there's lots of nicely cambered corners, and I'm really looking forward to kind of taking to the track. I think I've been told it's designed by the same person who designed Suzuka and Imola.
I think I've
So
also
you've
heard
got
this,
got
yeah.
good grounds to work off there. It makes sense why everyone's so complimentary of it.
Yeah, and Ray, have you raced here before?
Yeah, it was this year with BMW with an M4.
Good advantage.
So yeah, I know the track.
Perfect. And Bianca, how have you found Formula E and being very welcoming for you over the last few days?
It's been amazing. It's probably second day here. Yesterday we got to obviously arrive here in Madrid, see the track, see the people, and obviously meet the Formula E personnel in person. We had an amazing chat with actually the president and vice president of Formula E yesterday, giving us that pep talk, telling us that it's not just a one-off thing. This isn't just something that you'll see now and forgotten in the future. It's a continuous partnership to, they truly believe that men and women can compete in the same grid, and they're doing everything they can to make that a reality. They've got all these amazing drivers, female and male allies, making it a reality for all of us. And I think that's so inspiring, first day in the job, and you hear your boss telling you that, it's a long-term partnership and it's something that is brewing, and it's amazing to hear. It's ever so inspiring.
Perfect. Has anybody got... Yeah, you got a question?
Nick Golding, Race News 365. Question for all of you. Is there anything you're expecting to learn today which you think you'll be able to take back into your respective championships to support you?
Anybody want to answer that one, or shall I pick one of you? Jamie, I'm giving you the eye.
I think you always learn. I think that's the beauty of the sport, is doesn't matter what you drive, you kind of always pick up something. I think from a personal point of view, this is probably the closest access, aside from the Formula One teams, but in terms of driving, we get to a world championship level. So to be able to learn from the teams, the drivers, I think there's always going to be something that we can pick up on. I think there's a lot of very different things, so I'm sure there's a lot that won't necessarily go into anything else, but it's also cool because I guess from a technical point of view, just electric motorsport and what they're doing and developing, and that going into road cars, I think just from a personal point of view, I find it really interesting. So even if it's not necessarily fully translatable into other stuff, it's still cool to learn.
Yeah. Marta, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think I agree with Jamie. Obviously, I think you learn from everything you do. You learn, I think that's what she said is the beauty of the sport. Also, I think adaptability, getting adapted to any category you jump in, I think it's great. Being a racing driver, now jumping into the Formula E, trying to get as much adapted as possible, as quick as possible, it's positive. So this gives you more power of adaptation, I think, when you jump from one car to the other. Is just like this. So I think that's also something positive. But yeah, I think in general you learn a lot. You learn working with the engineers. You learn a lot of different procedures that we are not used to. So yeah, I think for sure it's something we can take to other categories in some way, even if it's not the actual driving.
Perfect. I think we've got time for one more question.
A question for Marta and Nerea, Penis de Valencia. You came from Valencia. How difficult it is for you to come here in Madrid after the strategy?
Okay, I start. Yeah, obviously it's not easy. When I was doing the sim on Porsche in Germany, I saw what was happening in Valencia the day that it happened. So obviously it's quite sad. It touches you a bit, even if I live a bit more in the south of, almost in Alicante. It's quite sad to see all that is happening, because I've been also living in Valencia, so it's more like my home city. So yeah, I was quite surprised, quite shocked. I also texted my friends that live around to see if they were doing okay, I'm glad they were okay, but obviously there's been a lot of deaths, and I'm quite sad by that, obviously. And just the whole situation is really, really bad, really a disaster. But I think what we can do is support, give voice to the people that need the voice, because some people doesn't have the voice. And I think we have this power a bit in Valencia. But yeah, obviously everything is quite sad, but we are trying our best also to keep the people as happy as they can in the situations that they are right now.
Yeah, as Marta said, it's really sad situation for all the Valencians. I was texting also everyone when I saw everything. I was in Valencia, but I'm glad also because my family and friends everyone are okay. So yeah, I was helping also all the people. I was there in some towns, looking the people that I know and trying to help because it's a completely disaster. And yeah, there are people like lose everything, like home, family, company, cars. So yeah, it's really sad, and we can do anything now. Just help and try to support them. Yeah.
Yeah, our thoughts very much with them, and we thank Formula E for all they're doing to help with the local community. Well, I think that's time for the press conference, but thank you so much for your time here, and best of luck this afternoon, ladies.
Formula E doing a great job then to promote female drivers in motorsport, and the session is well underway, and Simone Di Silvestro is top at the moment with a 1:37.396. Abby Pulling second, Marta Garcia third, Jess Edgar is in fourth, Chloe Chambers fifth, Bajtska Visser in sixth, Ella Lloyd seventh, and then we get Julkova is in eighth, Bianca Bustamante ninth, Marty's 10th, Calderon's 11th, Alice Powell in 12th, but actually from Powell down, they haven't set a lap time just yet. They're just out there on the circuit getting their lap times in as well. So it's all going very swimmingly so far, isn't it? I'm really happy with how this is turning out for them all. It's beautiful conditions. Track temperatures at 19 degrees as well. Air temperature at 15. 76% chance of rain as well. So not too shabby out there as well. Now, one more interview before we pass over to the London E-Prix coverage from last year. We've got Alice Powell that Jack Pickering caught up with yesterday. Let's hear what she had to say.
Hi Alice, you looking forward to tomorrow's test?
Yeah, certainly the last time I was in a car was at Berlin in the Gen 3, so the previous model to this car. So yeah, looking forward to getting back out.
And how important is it to have this test? It's revolutionary for Formula E, and yeah,
I think it's very important. I think it's really special as well, and as a female driver and someone that's helped quite a few young females coming through the ranks, I think it's a great opportunity for females to have a taste of Formula E and see what it's all about. Obviously it's a lot different to combustion engines because it's electric. There's a lot more that goes on behind the wheel, certainly for pretty much most of the drivers that will be testing tomorrow. So many different controls, so I think it's a perfect opportunity here pre-season for the girls, including myself, to get a run out in the new Gen 3.
And are you seeing this across the board as well in motorsport? That it's not just the drivers. There are different initiatives that are happening. The FIA have got Girls on Track. Silverstone Museum ran a month where they let young girls in completely for free, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been involved with the Girls on Track before as well, not just here at Formula E, but their own sort of standalone events that they've done at circuits around the world and other events. And I think it's great, you know, when I've been to those events, it's so nice to see sort of young girls enjoying themselves and getting a better understanding, because you just sort of see the drivers a lot of time on the TV. When you watch forms of motorsport, you don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and there's obviously a lot that goes on behind the scenes. You know, a lot of cool people to run two cars in any championship. So I think it's important to show that, and every young girl goes away with a massive smile on their face, which is of course really nice to see. And a lot of them say, you know, I want to take up the PR side, I want to be a mechanic, I want to be an engineer. And I think that's just what it's about, is to show them that there's these opportunities and encourage them into the sport.
There are a few naysayers out there, and people who will say that the fact that it is a women's only test and that women should be competing against the men and stuff like that. But is that really realistic? Obviously, W Series came in and got you back into racing because you weren't in racing for a short period of time.
Yeah, exactly. I think those people that say that kind of things, it's a bit silly, because this test is not limiting anyone to going out to race in a championship. Using Abby Pulling, for example, she's doing F1 Academy, but she's also done British F4, which is a mixed gender championship. So it's not stopped her from doing anything. I think this test that's taking place on Friday, is purely to give females the opportunity to get behind Formula E machinery. You know, every single girl that's going out there, including myself, know how fortunate we are to have this opportunity to step in such a fantastic car. But it doesn't mean that we're going to say, okay, now we've just got to race against each other for the rest of our lives. It's just about creating that opportunity, and you know, hopefully one of the girls the young drivers will maybe show them really what they can do, and might be taken up by a team, and that's what we want to see. That's the opportunity that hopefully this sort of test will create. So it's not stopping any of them from moving on to do something else. And you know, those people that say that, then they don't really understand what this test is about.
Awesome. Cheers, Alice.
Thank you.
Alice Powell there was.
It's a little Silverstone music
nice
in Girls World Pin.
That's cool.
So,
Thank you very much.
Just Pico to give Alice all full fun presents as well, and I did run into Alice at Brands Hatch, but she was busy waiting for Abby Pulling to get out of technical, so and then I looked round and she was gone, so I didn't actually get to talk to her, which I kick myself about, but it's fine. I'm going to be able to see her next year plenty of times when she's doing Formula 4. Unless, of course, which Abby Pulling does look likely to do, is clinch the F1 Academy Championship, which means that she'll get a run in GB3, as you might have heard if you're listening to us this morning on the podcast as well. And Abby Pulling has actually gone fastest at the moment on a 1:35.386. So, speak of the devil, she appears right at the top. And where is Alice? Still in the pit lane at the moment. Jokova's moved up into 10th position. Chambers down to 9th. And into the pit lane has come Simona Di Silvestro as well. So, all getting good. And I've just realised that I have deleted the things I needed to delete, which makes life very hard now for me up here in the commentary box, because I've been a little bit of an idiot and not done things correctly. So how do I restore? I spent 2 hours getting it all sorted, but then realised that we had some content coming in, so I want not enough disk space. Oh dear. Well, let's just play the first one. Here's race 15 then, the London E-Prix. So Portland delivered us blows to the championship like no other. Now it comes in to the final round. Welcome to the XL Centre in the East End of London. What better place to start the race? It's round 15 of 16 for ABB FIA Formula E. And we welcome you up to the commentary box as we get set for the last weekend of the season. Megan Burge alongside me in the commentary box this one. Omi's down in the pit lane as well. As no Ed Hunter, no Jess Ball, and no Jack Pickering, no Jack Giamana, because they're all on site in London. So, yay! You'll be hearing from them throughout the weekend as well, with the champions crowned as well. Formula E Zone is the place to be for all their upcoming information bits, and we'll get them to say hello. And if for the champions crowned today, he'll get an interview, we'll play it tomorrow, and if it's not, and it's decided tomorrow, we'll all play it there. But Cassidy stands a chance, but Megan starts 17th on the grid after a few penalty adjustments. What a bad qualifying. He was...
Very bad.
Yeah, was 9th in Group A, completely out of it.
Yeah, that was not good at all for Cassidy there, but maybe he'll get a very, very good race. Unlikely with me.
His teammate Mitch Evans, though, starts on pole position as well. And to give you an idea of how all this looks in standings, directly below me and Megan here in the commentary box throughout today, these are your drivers in the hunt for the title. And we're going to highlight them for you as well on the timing tower, so you know where they are throughout the weekend as well. So let's just go through it, shall we? Because it is quite entertaining, the top sort of 6 in the championship that could do it. Nick Cassidy, he leads on 167 points after having a double points failure in Portland when Joe Samaniego was trackside for us, and he's just said highly encourage everyone to check out Formula E Zone. Joe as well, along with Nicole, was trackside for us in Portland and gave us some amazing coverage. You two did amazing. Thank you so much as well for allowing us to share the content, and hopefully you're going to enjoy it, Joe, for the last weekend. Joe, if you want to join us for a race tomorrow, feel free. So Cassidy leads on 167 points. Mitch Evans is second. He is on 155. Pascal Wehrlein, it matches him as well with third position. Then comes Antonio Felix da Costa. This is the interesting bit. Look at this. Won the last 3 of the 4 races as well, and has really been strong. So don't discount him here in London, but it's not going to be a Peloton style race where da Costa went through. It's going to be more like a normal street race. He's on 134. He's an outside shot. So is Ollie Rowland, who missed Portland as well. So best news possible that Cassidy never got any points and the championship closed up, but he sorely misses not being there. And Johnny McVerne has got himself in contention as well on 129. So they're the 6 that stand a chance of being ready for a race victory. And the grids alongside as we'll go through in a minute. But Megan, it's always going to be confusing. Which driver do you think could be a world champion? Maybe by the end of today, maybe by the end of tomorrow?
Evans.
Everyone says that. Of course, that's wrong even as well. Because Evans... Now, here's the thing. Evans picked up 3 points for the pole position, but he won't get those 3 points until the end of the race today because it's just how it works out.
Yeah.
So technically, count him as on 158.
Right.
So technically, he's within 9 points of Cassidy. So that's how you've just got to think of it to mentally adjust it. He's technically on 158 because he got 3 for the pole position. But you don't get that until after the race when all your points are added on. And then you've got the counting as well, fastest lap points as well for bonus of a 1 lap. So you get 3 points for pole and a point for fastest lap if you're inside the top 10. It's going to get confusing as well. I don't know if Omi's around in the background or is just watching as well, but I'll say hello to Omi as well, who I'm sure will cough up with anything he wants to say during the session. Well, this is new. I think they mean it to be louder than it actually is, but it's the top 3 in the championship. So it's Wehrlein coming in as well, Boemi and Evans. So it's the 1, 2, 3 on the grid that they're trying to do, but they've got it just a little bit wrong, which is always fun. So we'll take the opportunity just to turn that down a little bit because it's got like a famous song on it. And yeah, what do you think, Megan, is going to happen down to turn 1? It's an indoor-outdoor circuit, more indoor than outdoor.
Okay.
It's always
turn
chaos
1 has a very tight corner and then an even tighter turn 2. It's going to be chaos.
We're now watching a dance show.
And a live singing.
Who's that singer?
I don't know, but I know, but I can't place a name.
I've put us up because either way it's trying to avoid copyright. It's like some sort of entertainment party show that's going on right there on the grid right now. I wish I could explain what is actually happening, but I don't know who she is. I know the song, but I don't know who she is. Do you recognise it?
Part of me wants to say Ella Henderson, but I'm not sure.
It is Ella Henderson. Well done, Megan.
Woohoo!
Yeah. It is Ella Henderson singing. Isn't she from Grimsby?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, haven't I interviewed her?
Probably. I think Dad knows.
I think I've interviewed her.
I think Dad's...
That's really...
I think Dad's met her dad.
I've met so many people in my life. I can honestly not remember who I've met and who I haven't met. And who I've talked to and who I haven't talked to.
No, she's from around here, I'm pretty sure.
She is. She's from Grimsby, Ella
Yes,
Henderson.
I'm pretty sure Dad's taken...
Her dad?
Yeah, her dad or uncle or something like that in the car or something.
On the podium, though, is Ella, and singing her heart out there as well. There's your championship predictions. The current standings are the top 6 as well, coming into it all. This will be our race screen as well, as we come into it. Kind of want to get to the race now. 37 laps ahead of us, around a circuit that historically should be quite, not energy reserved. Megan, they've got your jumpsuits on. I've just noticed that. Did you see them?
Wait. What?
Your jumpsuit that you got for the party?
Yeah.
Take a look at the 2 dancers alongside Ella on the stage here.
Okay.
Before we get this acrobatics on the front row of the grid. Can someone just sing the national anthem, please? That's all we want. It's like army camo on the front row of the grid anyway as well. I mean, it's very pretty and everything, but we're racing in about 5 minutes' time and they've got to get off the grid and all that lot.
I really wanted to see what these dancers are wearing now.
Well, we're zooming out. There you go. Look, you used to have a jumper like that, I swear.
I do have a jumper like that.
You do have yeah, you've worn it in the commentary box before.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I've got a photo of you wearing something very similar to, if not that exact photo.
It's in the wardrobe somewhere.
Yeah, let me have a look back up. It's a couple of years ago, so... Let's have a look. It's over. Good. When was it? Do you remember?
Oh, it would have been a good few years ago now.
2021 at the latest, you wore it.
I've kind of just been stuck in this type of clothing for the past couple of years.
Yes. That's the championship day. We don't remember that championship day, do we? Where is it? God, it's so difficult to... I don't think I have it. I don't have it.
It's in the wardrobe, though.
Well, this isn't my favourites. No, it's not. But you do have something like that.
I do. I think I have a couple things actually like that. I think I have 2 of them.
All set to go then for ABB FIA Formula E round 15 here in 2024. It's the final race in the calendar weekend as well. There we go. They're having a lot of tech issues out there today.
They are. And phone box.
Yeah, go on, you've got 10 seconds.
Why don't we use them anymore? And also, they all need to be updated and cleaned on a regular basis.
You're right there. It's going to be fun, isn't it, this one? Welcome to round 15 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship here at the Excel Centre in the good old East End of London. It's the world's only indoor-outdoor racing circuit, which has been on the calendar for Formula E now for 4 years. It's crowned champions and delivers excitement. The big question is, who of the 6 drivers could be crowned world champion today? Attack mode is down to the newly refigured turn 16. No Ed Hunter with Lego, so here's your starting grid. Sergio Sette Camara with a penalty. He starts on row 11 in 22nd, Jake Hughes alongside him. Row 10 sees Stoffel Van Dorn starting 20th with Lucas de Grassi down in 19th. Row 9 sees Dan Tickton, championship leader Cassidy, he starts in 17th place. Mortara is 16th with Jarula 15th on row 8. Row 7 then sees De Vries alongside Fenestraz. On row 6, Sam Burden alongside Maximilian Gunther for 12th and 11th place. Row 5 takes us with Jake Dennis starting in 10th, inside for championship hunt, and Antonio Felix da Costa, winner of the last 3 races, starts 9th. Row 4 sees Robin Frein start in 8th with Oliver Rowland start in 7th position, and then is the top 6 on the front rows of the 4 rows of the grid. Nico Muller starts in 6th position. Jean-Eric Verne, he starts P5 on the grid on row 3. Row 2 sees Norman Nato start 4th with Pascal Verline in 3rd. Front row though, Sebastian Buemi, once again in London on the front row. He's not in the championship hunt, but Mitch Evans gets 3 points and does exactly what he needs to do. Alongside me in the commentary box is Megan Birch, and Megan, oh boy, here we go again. It's race time for a championship. What are you looking forward to here today?
Crashing.
Anything else apart from crashing?
Mainly for crashing.
You're nice, aren't you? Go
Very.
on. Who's going to be our champion today?
Evans.
So I need Verline highlighted. I need Verne highlighted as well. Roland highlighted. You can see them coming on now as well. Dennis highlighted. And Cassidy highlighted as well as we roll into their starting positions. Those drivers highlighted on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they are your champion elects, the top 6, and you can keep a track of them throughout the race. Remember, you get 25 points for a win, 3 for a victory, 3 for pole, and 1 for fast lap. So, if Cassidy is 29 points clear to Evans at the end of today, he is world champion. He needs 20 points to do so. It's all eyes to the lights. We've been racing since January. It all comes down to this. 7 months and 37 laps ahead of us for round 15 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship in 2024. The smoke waiting to clear. Green lights will be extinguished. 5 will come on. Here we go then. It's time to begin. Let's crown a champion! London is calling for the end of season 10! 5 lights ahead of the drivers! Lights out London! Good start from Evans, good start from Buemi, and they'll falter into turn 1. Look at Verline, trying to go around the outside already into turn 1. It's a narrow first section, 2 by 2. Anyone going to get through this crunching of carbon fibre? Further back, Norman Nato to the inside of Pascal Verline for 3rd. He's going to swing as you come into the sunlight, downhill for the first time. Nato's got the inside line and gets out of Verline.
A little bit of contact in the middle of the pack. I think, not completely sure, but I think that was to do with Dennis and maybe Gunter.
Yeah, if that is Dennis and Gunther, watch out for that. Gunther's losing out, but Dennis can't afford anything so far. But Evans still leads the way. Look on the inside line as well. That's going to be a bold move coming into the tail end of chicane. In contact into the wall, and that's going to have to be a safety car.
Frines and Bird.
Frines and Bird get taken out by Jake Dennis doing a kamikaze move, and the safety car is out. And I don't have my stopwatch. Safety car is out.
In the front room.
Well,
I mean, not Hall.
Well, if I can get to this quickly enough, it might not matter. Yellow flags are out, and there comes the safety car. We'll start calling the laps. Remember, anything over 4 minutes would be an extra added lap. Frines might just live to fight another day, but he hit the wall twice. Sam Bird as well, getting caught up in that one as well. But it all got caused by Jake Dennis feeling a little bit kamikaze.
Muller pits. So
And
he must have been one to have a little bit of contact.
Yeah, so Muller comes in from 8th position,
previous.
and he was with DaCosta as well, so that one is led by Evans. Well, I don't know how to read that one as Muller boxes. You wouldn't box unless there was drama. Let's have a look. So Dennis comes through. Where is he?
Is it a lock-up?
Well, let's have a look from further back on the angle here. There's DaCosta. So there's Frines.
There.
And there's Jake Dennis.
Far too close. Hits the curb.
And pushes Frines into the wall.
Yeah.
There was no direct contact there, but Frines had to take avoiding action. He damages his front wing.
A bit
Gunther
of...
was lucky to get out of it, but Bird had nowhere to go. Oh.
What's O mean?
We're out of the pit lane. This is Frines' onboard. Oh, okay, Dennis definitely forced him out.
He knew it was coming too.
Suspension's broken for Frines, that's why the safety car's out.
Here's
Frines
Bird.
is out of the race totally now. This is at the 9-10 complex. Here's it from Sam Bird.
Sorry, what the hell am I supposed to do there?
Yeah, nothing you could do.
Bird can still go.
Yeah, there was nothing
It's fine.
there was nothing that could be done physically.
He slowed down. He could see it coming.
Oh, just got thrown into the wall. Not what we wanted on the opening lap of round 15 of the season, though. Safety car is out again. Let's check the championship protagonists area. Well, it still looks okay to me. In fact, they're all bunched up. We've got Evans. I'm trying to highlight them. There we go. So we've got Evans. Give me 1 second.
Verline. Vern.
Verline, Vern. Right, where's Verline?
Roland.
Vern, Roland, Dennis, and Cassidy in 15th. There we go. We've highlighted them on our screen now so that we can actually see what's going on. 2 minutes 14 under safety car. Looks like we'll have an added lap again.
Would this be a bad time to pop out? For a
No,
minute
go
or
on.
two?
We've got time. As we're under safety car conditions. So, Evans leads this race and will continue to lead this race. I just realised that poor Omi has not actually been watching this race so far. Sorry, Omi. There you go. Hopefully, there you go. Sorry, Omi. So, as it stands, Evans would lead the championship on 184 points. Cassidy would be level with Verline on 167. DaCosta will be on 114. Roland 139. So, Evans will take the lead by... quick mental, less points than it was actually predicted. So, yeah. Now it's 183 to 167. Here's the start again, then. Great getaway from Mitch Evans. He had the easiest launch down to turn 1. Verline tried to come round the outside of Boemi. Boemi went defensive. Nato then came on the attack and came to the inside line at turn 3. And he got round the outside of Verline. So Boemi went defensive. Great start from Evans. Further back as well, you can see Frines sort of dithering about where to go. He goes side by side instead with DaCosta. Bird in there too. Cassidy just gently getting round the opening laps. He's up to 15th in this race so far. On board with Ollie Roland. He's moved up big time up to 6th place. So great start from Roland after starting 7th. So yeah, 1 place, but he's got ahead. Crucially, in a race where you need to do that. Need to get ahead, need to start activating the modes on the attack. So it's a good getaway, actually, and it was clean as well for Ollie Roland. That's sort of the big worry that we didn't want to happen. Let's check in with what the guys in the world feed thought.
Beginning. You have to be ready to stop, really. When you're in these kind of positions at the race, at the start, you really have to be ready to stop and avoid. It's a bit strange because you want to make some moves forward, but you have to be patient.
Da Costa. He's made 2 places, hasn't he? So that's a pretty good opening lap for him.
See how Constantina's all up there through turn 2. It's a proper bottleneck going through. So you've got Freins here on the inside, flicking it through into the right. So close, and just that wall greeting you there on the right-hand side.
And as a driver, the awareness you need to have from your surroundings is quite difficult. But everyone is doing such a great job right now in Formula E doing this, and you see also in the peloton races, like we go through corners like three across, and I don't see any other championship where drivers are playing the game so well and being so aware about the peripheral vision.
Yeah, fortunately, Da Costa ahead of the incident that unfolded further on behind. So lap 3 out of 37, we're on the safety car, so we will have some added laps later on in this
At least one now.
Taking a long time.
Yeah.
Let's hear from
Hopefully
Muller.
he didn't hurt his hand.
Pick up a puncture alarm.
Muller, puncture
So
alarm.
that's an old team radio message. We know that Muller's been into the pits. He's changed his tyre, and he's now back out in the race, as we said, in 13th position in the Apps Cupra.
But actually, that's quite good for him, isn't it? Because of the timing of the safety car, everyone's slowed down, and the pit lane is a bit of a shortcut. You miss the, take an inside route of the last corner, so you turn off
There's still
the
13th.
inside of the last corner, but you miss the first corner, so you gain some back. So actually, Muller hasn't lost too much. In another race, he would be last.
Yeah,
but
he's only
actually, it's
13th,
worked out okay.
yeah.
He's still not far away from the points.
But this generally
Safety cars in this lap.
News for guys like Cassidy and Da Costa who want to move forward, because let's see how the race gets extended, but usually the consumption target goes higher, so there's a bit less opportunity to overtake because the lifting points are going to be later.
Team radio for Cassidy here.
Okay, remind me of the rule. You're allowed to attack on the lap after.
Oh!
Yeah, you can't do it while we're on the safety car, but as soon as it goes green, you can.
And big news for a championship contender. Jake Dennis has a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. So that pretty much kicks Dennis out of the World Championship contention. Wow. That is big, as the safety car's coming in soon.
And you can see there, drivers in front already opting to just build out a fair bit of a gap, actually, compared to the rest of them. So now the safety car's peeled off. So what this...
Yeah, we're going to go green again this time around. So the race leader needs to take his attack earlier than the others to avoid getting undercut. It's not like a peloton race, this one. It's going to be very, very different. We're waiting for the green flag to come out, and then we can restart. When's race control going to give the green flag? They've done it at 7 minutes under the safety car. That'll get added on to some lap times later on. Evans, Boemi, Nato, Verline, Vern, the top 5. Watch out for your championship protagonators. Highlights on the screen. We go green again here in London as Evans gets a great restart. Boemi's going to come under attack from Norman Nato down towards turn 1 if he's not too careful. And everybody lights up with the halos on the maximum attack power. Bird gets ahead of Tictum though for 20th place. Into 3 and 4. Boemi looking, can't get ahead. He's scrambling desperately for positions, can't seem to do so. Hugging that inside line through into that's through turn 6, 7 and 8. Now through then turn 9, a second sector on the track, down to turn 10, 11 and 12. The chicane that goes to the right, the left, and then the left and the right again. Why? It's just there as a regen post mainly, and joins the two roads together quite easily. It's two separate sides of the road that we have to dive on, so the chicane is needed. Bird's already moved ahead of Sergio Sete Camara as we head into a new section. Construction work here at the XL. This part of the track used to be open to the elements. Now it's inside the XL Centre, so we got 2 bits of in and out. Now Fenestrad has taken 2 minutes, and he's got 6 left to play with. Van Dorn's taken 4, but I swear Cassidy just tried to take attack mode and hasn't done so. Cassidy's missed attack mode, and that's dropped him down to 17th. He was 15th, so Cassidy tried to take attack mode and he's missed it. Everything that could possibly go wrong for the championship leader is going wrong. Mitch Evans leads this race to Boemi, but by only 0.5 of a second. It's not a peloton race, this one. They're all just going for it like a normal street race. Lots of carbon fibre being punted through. That is Vern getting getting passed by Roland and by Da Costa, and Jake Dennis trying to find a way through. Vern shuts the door, so that's two championship protagonists already in a battle together again. Da Costa, well, hang on, he is a title contender. Why is he's not highlighted on our timing screen? Let's adjust that, shall we? I think it's got the right ones. Yellow flags coming out somewhere on the circuit. Double yellow, turn 16, that's attack mode area. This is attack mode now. Everything looks okay so far as they come through. No contact! Two cars riding each other, and that's going to be a safety car. Jerusalem, everyone trying to take attack mode. It's all gone wrong. Vern and Dennis are out. Shoderick, Vern and Jake Dennis. Dennis already had a 10-second time penalty, and they've made contact. The two championship protagonists are out of the race.
I don't know how I missed that. Got it every time.
Oh, there's another one.
Coming in front of that team.
There's another one. There's another one down there. That's Roland. That's Roland. Roland's in the wall, and he's conked up with everything.
And Da Costa.
Well, and with Da Costa, another championship. What's going on? Everyone in the hunt for the championship is just being thrown up in the air.
As soon as I walk in the box.
Roland, Da Costa, all out of it. What is going on? And then, well, surely that's out of the race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that can't be right. What's happening here? I don't believe this race. You just can't accept it. And that's Da Costa out of the race. Winner of the last 3 races is out. He's out. Oh, my word. No sign of that. I've already replied to her. So come here and tell me about that. Where's the safety car? There's no sign of the safety, but we're coming to the part of the track where they're there. Let's hear from Da Costa.
Yeah, okay. Front suspension. Front suspension.
So Da Costa's out? Yeah, Da Costa's out. Megan, I think you've told me the wrong timing screens. We need Cassidy, Evans. No sign of the safety car, though, just yellows.
What do you mean wrong timing screen?
We've highlighted the wrong people on the monitor.
Oh. Is that good?
Well, I know that's not good. Radio, Scott Elkins.
Right at the exit of turn 20.
Scott Elkins, race direct.
Well, this is just getting insane trying to work out all this. Green flag, we've gone green. Da Costa's out of the race, Megan. Da Costa is out of the race. Well,
his front wing is hanging by a thread.
I don't want to say told you so, but this race is getting a little bit dramatic in the title hunt. So I need Cassidy. So hang on a minute. I don't know why Verline's highlighted, Megan. Why did you ask me to highlight Verline?
Because I counted.
He's not in the championship hunt.
I don't know why.
Yeah, we got the wrong one. That's right. There we go.
I mean, right there.
But Verline's now second in the title hunt. What's
so
going
he
on?
is.
What, 7? Oh, well, hang on, he is in the title. Oh my God, we're trying to work out what's happening here, and it's like trying to play hook a duck. Talk us through what's happening.
Right, so nobody goes for attack mode on this round. Obviously, all a bit too scared to do that yet. Da Costa, here is a replay of what happened.
It's Dennis who's not in title contention at the moment. There we go. Let's have Da Costa.
It's suspension, man. It's all okay. Such a sore loser, this guy. Such a sore loser.
Well,
it's so hard to tell. This is Dak Attack. So Da Costa, he is on 134 points. He'll score no further. He is out of the title contention hunt. You are correct. So, and Sebastian Buemi is taking the lead of the race. He's overtaken Evans on that last lap. So 8 laps led there. And now Buemi leads. Well, that's the first time he's led in London since season 2.
Yeah.
Oh my, well, yeah, briefly I must point out.
Yellow.
Oh, not again. Turn 20. That's the last corner. It must be a marshal for debris.
Must be. Green.
Track clear,
Yeah, green.
Yeah. Track clear. Oh my God. This race is insane. Attack mode now been activated as well. Just honestly, just throw it under the bus. It's so hard to tell. That's Gunther. So Gunther's on 2 minutes. De Vries is on attack mode. So's Fenestraz, Vern 2, and Roland. Fried's out of the race. DeCosta in the pit lane. He's out of the race and title hunt. Roland's out of the title hunt. Dennis is down in 17th place as well.
Do we know who's got the thing? I can't remember what it's called.
Well, Dennis got a 10-second time penalty.
No, do they?
Da Costa and Roland under investigation for causing a collision. This is how Buemi took the lead of the race, though. So it's coming down to turn 1. So Evans crossed the line to lead, and Buemi just sent it through on the inside line to turn 1. Nicely done.
Do they still do that extra power thing?
Yes. Attack mode.
Yeah, attack. No, not attack mode. The other thing.
Fan boost.
Yeah,
no,
that.
they don't do fan boost.
It's a shame because that really came in handy for Van Dorn.
Yeah, he would. He won all of them. Every single time he raced, he won. Evans fancies, though, a look on Buemi as they come down to turn 9 and 10 once again. Can't swing through this time. So, highlighted for you the championship protagonists. It looks like Evans, Verline and Cassidy are going to be the 3 in the hunt for the title tomorrow. Verne will be out of it. Roland and Da Costa certainly out of it. Da Costa's out of title frustration and he won't win a 4th race in a row.
And attack mode.
Jarula.
Yeah, he gets it.
Well, Cassidy went for it and missed it earlier
4
on.
minutes.
Yeah, Cassidy went for attack mode and missed it, and he's now climbed back up to 10th place due to all the calamities ahead of him.
Oh, I
Hasn't
think
cost him
Degrassi's
much.
missed it.
Oh, Degrassi's down at Hughes pass. Oh, hang on a minute. Dennis gets out of Hughes, and then look at that. Is that the 2? Well, that's a McLaren's, and that is going to be Van Dorn and Hughes battling. And Hughes going to get dropped out now by Dennis, who sends it around the outside to turn 1. He's also going to try and go at Van Dorn. At the same time, Jay Dennis holds no fear and he loses his front wing. Dennis doesn't want to lose the championship crown. He will lose it. He's out of championship contention, but he's just fighting with everybody as they come into turn 4.
Yellow.
Oh, it's a bit too tight for my liking as they come out down
Green.
the hill. And it's Bird. Is that Bird? I've got my screen. Bird stopped at turn 4. No, hang on. It's Hughes. Hughes has
now.
got a problem at 5.
Green now, though.
Yeah, but look at the driver tracker. Hughes has stopped at 5.
Got going again now, I think.
Well, what on earth? Oh, honestly. Yeah, Hughes is out. Hughes has stopped.
Oh, where is the yellow then?
Yeah.
Why has it gone back in?
Dennis has been given that 10-second time penalty. Thank you, Formula E, for doing something I wish Formula 1 didn't. ABB did. De Vries and Gunther take more attack mode, so that's Gunther on another 4 minutes. We had 4 minutes, that takes another 4 minutes. That's his 8 done.
But using the whole pit.
Bird takes attack charge. Hughes has stopped, and Hughes is out of the race. And they're coming towards that zone of the track now. There goes Dennis on the inside of Cassidy, side by side. Cassidy's got that line into the last corner of turn 20 and holds off Dennis, but Dennis got much more. Degrassi comes into the pit lane. Dennis goes to the inside line. Cassidy falls in towards the pit wall. Dennis trying to go everywhere with attack mode, and Cassidy won't let him through. Verne now just ahead of Cassidy, the 2 in the championship hunt, and Dennis goes through, and he hits Cassidy, and he shuts the door on him. Is Cassidy okay?
He loses 2 places to Druville and Dennis.
And Druvilla goes through too. Dennis in a lot of trouble, but Cassidy now drops down into 12th place. Out of the points, crucially as well. The championship being turned on its head here in London. Wow. I generally don't know which way this race is going to go, by the way. This is insanity beyond belief.
It is. It truly is. I'm trying to sneeze right now.
It's that high pollen count as my water's dropped on my notes. So let that dry quickly. That's Cassidy taking attack mode. Finally this time, by the way. So Cassidy takes 3 minutes. He's got 3 to play with later.
What the was that by Dennis, man? He just shoved straight into me. Please report that. Dennis crashed straight into me, man.
Yep.
My steering's all bent.
Oh no! Jake Dennis, I think, is on course for a black flag at this rate. Let's take a look at it again.
He's a Magnussen office.
Well, he's a world champion. Jake Dennis is a season 9 world champion, but Cassidy's right. Look, he's just turning in. Dennis comes out of nowhere and barges him out of the way. Jake Dennis is acting like an absolute what's-it today.
Why did he do that?
Don't know. Oh, yeah. F. Jake Dennis is what Cassie's going to be saying right now.
That was intentional too.
I think Dennis thinks he's doing Dodgems, not Formula E.
Ah, Dodgems. Do you know, the one time I've gone on Dodgems, the seatbelt didn't work and it broke.
Look at the championship. Evans on 176, Verline on 170, Cassidy 167.
Oh, attack mode.
That nicely goes it up. That's Mortara taking it, and there's somebody else as well who's got
Muller.
Almost
said Miller.
Yeah.
MotoGP mode.
Look at Evans trying to look around the outside of Buemi. as well, coming into turn 19 and 20. Back underneath into the XL Centre we go. Across the line where all the fans are. You can only watch in that main grandstand this year, and he's getting a fight as across into the turn 1. Boemi on course for his first win since season 5.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Half the series ago.
Dennis has been given a further 5-second time penalty for causing a collision, but I think this
At least he'd do something
Yeah,
about
but Dennis has caused 3 crashes today. There's the second one, and he's got a third as well.
That's Dennis.
Fully at the inside of German. Just turns in.
He's on some sort of a mission today, Jake.
Big time.
Yeah. Vern got sent up in the air, and he's now down in 9th place. He's fought back. Let's hear what he had to say about it.
But another 5-second penalty now.
Team radio.
Oh, Casting Dennis under
This
investigation.
guy is idiot.
Can you continue? Any damage? Pick one.
Oh my god.
So Dennis got a 10-second time penalty for taking Robin Frines out the race. He then attacked Jean-Eric Verne. He's been given a 5-second time penalty for that. But and Roland's been given a 5-second time penalty now as well for causing a collision.
I think he takes attack mode a little bit differently than everyone else.
Yeah, but Ollie Rowland, who's now in 17th as a title protagonist, he's now been given a 5-second time penalty. But Jake Dennis is also under investigation for taking out Cassidy a second ago. So he could end up with 20 seconds worth of penalties right now, and Dennis is currently running in 10th.
I know. Deruva smartly got out of the way of Dennis.
Dennis is Kevin Magnussen today.
Yeah.
He's turned into Ghost Rider.
He's just like, right, what's on my to-do list today? War crimes.
War crimes. Cars against humanity. Down the hill. Dennis with that penalty still locked in as well. As you come into the attack. It's absolutely insane, this race, but absolutely beautiful at the same time. It's what we love about Formula E so much. Through the chicane, Boemi and Evans. Verline right there too. I keep seeing like a yellow flash up on the monitor, but it's not coming up with anything.
Because of the timer.
Yeah.
Well, not.
That 15 and 37 will have added time.
Ooh, little bit of a lock-up there for Evans.
That's late from Vern, trying to get ahead of Mortara, and he's slammed the side of it. Virtual Race Engineer says that Gunther's in a good position. He's used both attacks, and the 4 in front still have to use one. So, yeah, in terms of energy saving, Gunther is in a position to do this. It's right round the outside. Oh, look, it's everybody's favourite wrecking boy. It's Jake Dennis for round 2 with Jean-Eric Verne. And this time it's a little bit cleaner.
Verne just smartly gets out of the way, just like, nope.
Not doing that today. Let's hear from Mitch Evans, race leader. Second place, sorry.
Has been told to try to progress.
So that's Verline who's having an attack again.
I wish,
It's 5. And there goes Boemi! He's gone defensive. Evans looked on the inside line coming into turn 9.
I wish we'd show the time that these notifications came up.
Let's hear from Cameron.
And now what we are seeing is there's somebody in the top 10. Now, depending on how they use their attack mode, Mortara got 20 seconds or so left of his there. This could be a good position for some solid point scoring for some of those teams. But
Boemi's going to take attack mode. Sorry, that's going to give Evans the lead in the race again. So 2 minutes for Boemi. Does Verline just comes out behind, so Evans takes the lead of the race too. So that was
Finally.
like 9 to 7 to 16, and 17 onwards goes back to Evans. Less lead overtakes in this race already than the last 7 races combined. Just three. It's the shortest amount so far.
Only about halfway through, though. So.
Well, first time we're back at a proper street circuit in ages. We've been dithering around permanent circuits as well. Rome to Berlin to Portland, now to London as well, and Shanghai before that. Last time we were on a road course was ages ago in the championship. I'm genuinely trying to think. Not even Dewey accounts. It's really been a long time. But this is a proper Formula E race now. This is what we love about it. Look at the team's championship. Jaguar's going to take that as well. Look, 351 to Porsche 304 with 53 on offer tomorrow. Oh, it's tight there. Still 49. So, yeah, Jaguar not yet the champions there. Still need to do a little bit more conceding in that one. But Wembley's going to take the lead of the race again as Evans takes attack mode and Verline's on the radio.
You are 3 to 2% up on the carrot. 3 to 2% up on carrot. You need to use that energy now before it gets today.
Crucial thing here to
So yeah, that's what they're being told there about everything. Just stay calm. Verline's not going to have an attack here, but Verline and Evans...
Cassidy,
yeah.
I think, is going to have an attack mode.
Well, the thing that we need to watch here is that if Cassidy does take it... No, he's still in 14th place.
But he went down too.
Yeah, so he's missed it again. Cassidy's missed it again. Cassidy's gone for attack mode and he's lost out to Muller and Van Dorn.
That's the third time.
Third time. He can't get those centres. Contact between Drivla and Jev noted by the stewards.
Every time Cassidy gets past them, he goes right back behind them.
Yeah, it's just a give and take, isn't it, between the two of them, on board with Evans. So don't forget, Verline and Evans are in the title hunt. It's now Evans, Verline, Cassidy, the top three in the title. That's the hunt. So Verline, from being absolutely nowhere, has silently crept back up to once again being right there for the World Championship.
Yeah. Jeez, this is...
It's
a
like
headache.
18 of 37. It's a confusing race, isn't it? Degrassi's been noted for instant for car 11 noted. Is that pitting under the safety car? He did come in and do it, didn't he?
Could be. Yeah, he did do that.
So did Muller. Nothing coming up from there.
Attack
Mortara.
mode. You see, that's how you get attack mode, Cassidy.
Where is Cassidy on the running order? Boemi's going on. Boemi gets ahead. Boemi takes the lead. Boemi again with Evans right behind him. There was side by side coming out of turn 19 into 20 now. And Evans has only got 22 seconds left in attack mode. He's going to have an attack on Boemi into one. Boemi looks so much more faster.
Two either.
I think he's being patient and waiting for
1% up on Boemi. Amber line 1.5% up on us. Gunter behind is similar to us on energy.
That's on energy consumption at the moment as to who's got the difference between them.
It's been a good day for Boemi.
Best in a long, long time for Sebastian Boemi. If he can take this race win, he will. And Dennis gets a further 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. He's made 3 contacts and he's got 3 penalties for it. He now has 20 seconds worth of time penalties.
Just go to the back of the grid.
Yeah. So it's bye-bye Jake. So, Verline has yet to touch his 6 minutes of attack mode. So you get 3 versions of taking it, you get a 4 and a 2, you get a 3 and a 3, and you get a 2 and a 4.
That's complicated.
3 different ways. No one's gone for the... Verline hasn't taken it yet, so he's still got 58% of energy, but he must take it. Look at that. Evans on 176 points, Verline 170, Cassidy 167. DaCosta and Roland have fallen out of title hunt now. It's a 3-way fight here in London for the World Championship, unless something happens in the next 17 laps. +1. +2 even, actually.
Sete Camera passes Tixon for 18.
Just going to be holding it in together. Let's have a look at Cassidy. Now, this was him down to 4, getting past. Oh, and contact. Oh, and Cassidy hits the rear suspension. That was against Jean-Eric Verne. So Cassidy goes around the outside, and Verne, fellow championship rival, nerfs him into the barrier. Watch this, when he out of 4, and whack. And Cassidy damages his rear suspension as well.
At least he gets in front of him.
Oh, it's just getting worse. Fenestraz and Mortara are under investigation for overtaking under a yellow flag. That'll be a drive-through. Or maybe 5 seconds, depending on what happens. Look at that. Oh, Dennis has only been given 15 seconds, but it's 20. We've just seen 2 penalties coming for him. Roland's got 5, but Dennis definitely has 20.
How many was he given? How many separate ones?
3 penalties. Oh, hang on. Gunther's got no... Who's got no front wing? Is that Mortara? Is that Muller with no front wing?
Did Cassidy just go down 2 more places?
Cassidy is now 14th.
Did he really just try again and fail?
Yeah. He's not activated, look. He's still got 3 minutes left. Van Dorn's got 2. Boemi's got 4. So has Evans. 2 for Nato and Verne and Van Dorn. 6 for Centre Command and Dan Tington. They haven't taken any. And 6 still for Verline, but just quickly as well, that's Verline up to 2nd place. And Evans leads. So Boemi tried to take attack mode and missed. Debris, that's taken over by Gunther.
Don't they have to use at least some of the attack mode? Otherwise they get disqualified.
They have to use it all, yeah.
Gee.
Dennis has been given a black and white flag for driving standards.
None of my beacons work. This is not fair, man. I pushed the button, I went super slow. None of my beacons work.
What's he referring to? Beacons?
I mean, obviously they do sometimes. I just don't think you're driving correctly.
He's not. Now the beacons are what you go over to activate your attack mode, and you hear beeps in your ear. So it goes beep, 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 and then you've activated attack mode. 3 beeps, 3 sensors. And if that's not working, Cassidy's in big trouble as he's going to try it again now. He's gone super slow, and now finally he's activated the attack mode, but loses out to Sam Bird. Meantime, Verline still hasn't taken any of his, and he's attacking Evans like crazy and practically pushing him out of the last corner. What a fantastic London E-Prix this is. Evans is going to lift off. He goes defensive. Verline's right there. Goes to the inside. The two battling for the World Championship, and Verline takes the lead. Fabulous move.
What is happening?
No idea.
I still remember when Verline was on his side during one of the races. Not this one, and nothing.
3 different leads. Yeah, it's Monaco 17. Look at that.
Remember.
Verline takes the lead and takes the championship lead by 4 points. Verline has come out of nowhere for this championship.
He really has. He's literally just crept up and then just like surprise.
And look at Jaguar. They've taken over Porsche already in the constructors.
lead.
Yeah. Insane. I was asked who's going to win the championship on the Formula E Zone show. I said Cassidy, but I said watch out because anything can happen. And look what's happened. Unpredictability again in Formula E.
Also, can I just say, Cassidy was obviously driving very wrong and completely missing the sensors on his own.
Yeah.
They weren't broken, you just weren't hitting any of them.
But now has Cassidy got enough charge to get back up the field? He's 50. There's not even in the points.
No, he does not.
It's going to go down to tomorrow, isn't it? It's going to have to go down to tomorrow now.
I don't think this is a circuit.
No, I don't think it is. But at least we get a World Championship finale at the last race of the year.
Yeah.
Verline has got the fastest lap. He now leads 181 points to Evans on 176. Cassidy down to 3rd on 167. DaCosta 134. Roland 131. They are out of it. It's a 3-way fight going into tomorrow with a massive advantage for Pascal Verline. Never saw that coming. He's led 71 laps this season, 229 in total. It's about to be 230 for him in his career in Formula E. Dennis's black and white flag, by the way, for the driving standards, counts as another penalty. So if he gets one more infraction, it's a black flag for Dennis.
Wait, are you serious? He's literally copying Magnussen so much that he too has one more.
Verline takes the first of his attack mode. Does he get out ahead of Evans? Yes, he does. That was crucial. Evans can't do anything about it now, and that was important. Verline's taken 4 minutes of attack mode. Now, that means he'll have 2 left to counteract Evans when he takes his final 2. But crucially, Verline got ahead of Evans in the attack mode. It's advantage Verline.
How did he even do that?
Superior pace.
I feel like he woke up and chose not violence, but dominance.
Overtaking under yellow flag for Fenestraz and Mortara has been given a no further action by race control. No further action. Oh, I love Formula E when it's like this. This is proper Formula E, not the Peloton style racing, proper street racing, and the gladiators going at it as we see Verline, a replay of him taking the lead.
Do you know, I was actually thinking that this would be a good place for, gladiators to
Excel,
film.
yeah. I still haven't heard anything, by the way, but I did get an email saying that the tickets will be announced soon. So, Verline, Evans, Boemi, Gunther, De Vries, the top 5, Fenestraz then on 40%. And there goes Evans. So Evans takes his final 4 minutes, which means he'll have an extra 2 minutes after Verline's done.
But then, knowing Verline's going to
take
immediately...
the last 2 minutes, yeah. So this is advantage Verline massively for a championship lead here. Look how slow Evans is already. And he's already been backed up. Boemi's right there. This race is on. I love this championship. It's delivering us both. And DaCosta is officially out of the race. We knew that anyway, but he's officially out now. 3 retirements. She used DaCosta France.
We started thinking, oh, Boemi's doing really well, and then Evans has got it back, and then Verline's just like, hi.
Yeah. Never even thought about Verline for a championship, but now look at him. Right up there. Showing us all up in this respect as well. We've highlighted for you, as I say, the championship protagonists. Let's hear from Saunders.
Extra power using more energy, and amazing work. But now looking at the screen, look at the red line. Look at the energies that are lower than others. It means someone like Dennis, who's a little bit up on those a few ahead of him, has more than enough chances to make up a good few positions here and get even more points than where he is now. And you look at the likes of Fenestraz, massively down. He's likely going to drop towards the end of the race. Same for De Vries, potentially same for Mutara. There's a lot of chopping and changing still to come in this race.
Certainly is. Thank you.
Thank you, Saunders. You don't know what to look at next, do you?
No. I don't know where to look anymore.
That's Formula E for you. Bohemi's under attack from Gunther with De Vries and Fenestraz right there too. And that's NATO trying to go around the outside of Fenestraz. Fenestraz low on energy, remember, compared to Norman NATO. NATO should get through easily here, even without the attack mode. Look, he's darting everywhere. It's like a go-kart race. It's like we're racing electric go-karts. It's fantastic, this circuit. Look at that, Fenestraz lifting so much and coasting into the braking zone down the hill into turns 7 and 8. And that is Wehrlein taking the attack mode and coming out side by side ahead of Evans. Florian Mottlinger is happy with that one. Porsche on course to win the Drivers' Championship. There's also the Teams' Championship and the Manufacturers to contend with. Bohemi takes attack mode. His final 4 minutes have now been activated. Evans radio.
Gap, mate, to Wehrlein, come on. Gap, what? 1.8 now.
What?
What on earth?
What on earth is it? Now, hang on a minute. Why have TNT thrown to an ad break mid-race? They said they weren't going to do this. What's happened? What on earth's this? They've gone to an ad break. We've got no TV pictures. This is mid-race in a championship finale.
What do they think they are doing?
TNT never do this. What's happened? Oh my God. Oh, well, if viewership in Formula E in the UK wasn't dead, it's dead now. We've got a championship battle on the line, and they've gone to an ad break.
I want them to go to yellow right now.
I have never... What? So now, we've had this back in the Eurosport days. They did it every now and then. But this is absolutely appalling. Oh my, let's have a look at TNT Sports on Twitter here. We've got no information for you. In fact, we may as well go to battles. Yeah, that's your best information for you. Wehrlein leads. He's got the fast lap, but the fastest first sector goes to Evans. The gap down to 1.1 seconds at the moment. NATO and Fenestraz have been noted for an incident between the two of them. And now me and Megan are commentating on a timing screen, to which all I can tell you is that everyone in the top 5 is closing up with each other.
And the fact that Evans is 5 tenths, almost 6 tenths, away from passing Wehrlein.
At TNT Sports, what are you doing? What are you doing? Going to... Hang on a second. Going to adverts mid-Formula E race in a title battle. Joke. You said you wouldn't ever do that.
Hello.
They've gone to
okay?
They've gone to ad break. They've gone to an ad break.
Oh.
And now it's coming back.
Should I make it even worse?
What's wrong?
F2.
What about F2?
Someone's been disqualified again.
Oh God. Who?
Russell.
Oh, we're back. Evans.
Yeah,
Well, we didn't hear that radio.
Thank you, TNT.
Oh, TNT Sports are going to get a major boot up their backside. I'm just googling right now. TNT Sports. What on earth was that? Yeah, look. Why are you putting adverts while Formula E is on? Right, hang on. What's happened here? Has Wehrlein taken another attack mode, or is this the earlier one? This is earlier on. We're seeing another replay of it. I've never been more... Can you not play ads halfway through a race that we have to pay for? Adverts mid-race, really a bit of a joke that everyone is saying about putting ad break in.
What were they thinking? Do you know what about happened? Someone leant on the button.
Yeah. Everybody has been going on about that. I think this is the last weekend TNT Sports is going to have it.
Because that was just ridiculous.
That's disgraceful. That's absolutely disgraceful.
You don't... Okay, you can go during qualifying after the things.
Sessions, yeah.
But you don't go mid-race.
In a title battle. That is shocking. honestly, I hope Jeff Dodds, who's the CEO, absolutely, I'm going to say this, bollock TNT for that, because they deserve it. That is honestly, if that is a flogging as well.
Yeah.
That is like goodbye. We're not racing with you anymore. They put JJ in, who absolutely knows nothing about Formula E, and then they put an ad break mid-race. That's really infuriated me. Right, here's the championship teams at the moment. 343 for Jaguar, Porsche 315. So it is close again. Verline leads by now 4 seconds to Evans. Look at Evans, he's looking so slow. What's going on? They're all trying to save energy. They're not going to make it to the end. They're all saving energy. They've all figured out they're not going to make it to the end. Look at this. Gunther's on the attack.
Gap behind. Good job. Gap 9 tenths, 8 tenths.
It's less than that. Yeah.
They've all worked out. They've not got enough energy to go to the end.
Only Sete Camera and Dixon do.
They've all worked out that they don't have enough energy to make it to the end of the race. We're on 26% with a possibility. We've got 8 laps to go with another 2. They're not going to do it. Gunther's going to have an attack here at Evans because he's got an extra 2%, and he's got him. Now it's 3% of energy used per lap.
Where's the calendar? I mean, not calendar. What's it called?
Now, it's
Calculator.
3% energy per lap, Megan, and we've got 26 remaining. Energy. 3% of energy per lap with 7 laps to go.
21.
Plus the extra of 2.
27.
Oh, it's marginal, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, that's why we have Megan here to quickly work out the energy. Vern's gone to attack mode. So Seta Command and Tickton, but they had to. That's why they've got more energy. So everyone's now having to lift and coast because they've realised, oh, hang on a minute, we're going to get to the end. So, oh, hang on, that's Boemi. No, hang on a minute, who is that? Oh, no, that is Boemi, getting energy freeze. NATO's dropping. NATO's dropped.
Oh, please.
He stopped. NATO stopped.
Yellow!
Turn 1.
They're not going to make it to the end now.
NATO's gone off the track at the first corner. Double yellow at turn 1. Now, is that going to trigger a safety car? As that's how Gunther got ahead of Evans. No sign of the safety. It's gone green. It's gone green. So what happened? I want to see a replay of that if I can. There he is. Oh, he's nerfed the wall. NATO's nerfed the wall. And he's left part of his front wing there as well. And he's dragging the rest of it underneath the car. Recipe for disaster. Dennis gets ahead of Fenestras, but does have a 15 at least second time penalty.
Come on, NATO. Oh, I think we got clear of it.
Yeah, hang on, side by side. This is Dennis and Mortara. Dennis attacking DeFries. Where's Mortara's drop back then? Look, it says Dennis and Mortara on my timing screen. No, yeah, Dennis ahead of Hang on, yeah, the timing screens are messed up. This is Dennis attacking Fenestras for 6th.
Who's attacking who now?
Dennis, now this is, look, there's the Nissan of Fenestras. He's 6th, Dennis is 7th, and Dennis was going everywhere to try and get through, going left, right, left, right, left, right. And look at this, got a car park coming into turn 1. What a mismatched, crazy race this is, and that's no front wing for Mortara.
There it is.
Oh my God.
Right on the track. Racing line.
No, hang on a minute. That's Jeruvalo with no front wing. Safety car.
Where did yours go?
Safety car. Forget that. Safety car's out. Why has the safety car come out? NATO's in the wall.
Good job. Yeah. Good means the wall. I mean, space direction forward. They say nothing.
Safety car's out. Safety car is out. Don't know why.
No one's stopped.
No one has stopped, but they've deployed the safety car.
Everybody trying to pack up as quickly as possible, please. Pack up behind the safety car as quickly as possible, please.
This is not what Pascal Vernon wants.
Not what Verline wants at all. He had a 4-second lead. So why is the safety car out?
Because on the racing line, there's a front wing.
This is going to add laps, you know.
Yep. None of them are going to make it to the end now.
No.
Not a single
Safety
one
car.
of them.
It's okay. Safety car's out lap 33 and 37, but we won't have added laps. Why? Why safety car?
I can only think of one option to why.
Scott Elkins got bored?
No. There are 2 cars without their front wings. I saw one of the front wings on a racing line going round a corner.
It must be
and
that.
it's a blind corner.
Well, whatever the reason, safety car is out.
There's another one.
That's Cassidy there.
No, it's one in front.
No. Right, we've not been told why the safety car's been deployed.
Oh.
Caught back up with the safety car, please. Let's pack up, pack up.
Not the message that Pascal Wehrlein...
Why? Why?
No, they're not telling us, are
Tell
they?
us. We would love to know why. I think even they're looking up. Why?
Yeah, I'm never seeing nothing. Oh, Pekka Bagnaia got married.
Oh, that's so nice. Let's hope he wins his next race.
I am not seeing anything as to why the red flag came out. Quest didn't run ads. So TNT Sport did, but the free-to-air didn't. So the free-to-air, I reckon the free-to-air was supposed to show ads, and they pressed the wrong button.
And they showed the
on
opposite.
the TNT, yeah, on the pay one, yeah. I reckon it was a mistake. They should have shown it on Quest.
They learnt on the button.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Ah, okay. Did you hear that from the marshals, from the side things? It's the reason for the safety car, according to the marshals, wings everywhere on the circuit.
So I was right.
Well done, Megan.
The front wing.
Yeah, top dollar Megan. This is Da Costa.
There's at least two there.
Yeah, now this is Da Costa, why he's out of the race. This is his move on the inside. There's Roland. Bang one, and Roland's going to... Well, to be fair, that's Da Costa's fault, I think. He just turned in on him.
Roland gets revenge.
Yeah, Roland's revenge. But both of them now out of the championship hunt as well. And a sarcastic clap there from Da Costa.
Just like, wow, I hit you once.
I wonder if Roland gave him the one seat for lunch, or the salute. Let's have a look.
He gave him the... He turned into him.
He did turn into him. Let's have a look. What?
He was just like, haha.
Wait, you see, Roland says, what? Green flag!
Green.
What?
They must have collected the front wing.
That's a very late. It's 10 minutes under the safety car.
Oh my god, that's 2 laps.
That's 2, possibly 3 laps added. There's the confirmation. 10 minutes and 4 seconds sent under the safety car.
They're not going to make it.
They're not going to make it. Row racing once again here in London. Wehrlein leads 18% of energy. That's an awful lot closer. Fenestraz and Jeruvalets 15 and 16 apiece. They're not going to have too much left either. Seta Kamara.
I can't wait to see them all just stop on track.
I know. Oh, this race.
You see, this is where I think the adding extra rule is a bit stupid.
What's happened?
They don't have enough.
But Rabi's dropped down to 4th.
Has he gone for attack mode and failed?
No, what's happened there? What's happened? Gunther stopping! Gunther stopping! Gunther stopping!
No!
Maximilian Gunther is slowing, and Maserati don't know what's happened.
Not another one.
The Trident team, and this will be a safety car again.
I joined for one race.
Oh.
Who's that? Two going down to Rufila and Vern.
Have they made contact? They've taken attack mode. Did they take attack mode?
They better have. They've dropped too far for it to be attack mode.
No, they've made it out. There's another yellow at turn 16. Another yellow at turn 16.
They've crashed.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Vern and Drewville have come together. The safety car's going to come back out. Added laps.
Bad news for championship for Vern.
Well, what are they going to do? 2 added laps, but the race is going to wait to the safety car at this rate.
The race is going to...
But now we've had the added laps. No added laps can be added back in. So the race, if it's a safety car, the race will end behind the safety car. No ifs, no buts.
Drewville's in the pit lane, so at least he's not causing anything. Don't know about Vern, though.
Vern's 17 still. Championship leader, or championship protagonist out of the race.
Oh, my.
Thing is, though, he's right on the racing line. Don't we need a safety car or virtual?
Yeah.
Next to 13, please obey the flags. Obey the flags.
So double wave.
Oh, that's super tight. I would at least say a virtual safety car and try and drag him back behind the wall.
Oh, man can't even get out of the car.
No, oh, come on.
He's scared.
Gunther doesn't like it. He's out of gear. Full course yellow. Full course yellow. Now that is the virtual safety car being deployed. Scott Elkin once again asleep on the job. Come on, Scott.
Full course yellow. We're going to be affecting a recovery of the car at the exit of turn 17. Full course yellow.
So full course.
That's 17. Now that's at 4. Now he's off at 12. So who's off at 17?
Hold on.
Oh,
Vern?
I don't know. Honest to God, Scott Elkin needs the sack.
Is Vern still moving?
He's deployed the virtual safety car after everybody has gone past
Vehicle on track. We're going to try to collect this under full course yellow, please.
Okay, so you put it out for when people are on track, but not when, in an extremely fast straight, one of your drivers is literally stopped there, and you can hear the fear in his voice that he's going to get smashed into.
Right, let's have a look at Jean-Eric Verne. What's happened to him with Jeruvala? Oh, Verne just hit Jeruvala around. That was completely Verne's fault. He dived on the inside line. Watch this on the onboard. He's just going to go for it, isn't he? That's Verne's fault, right?
Yeah, you don't go for it round a corner when you can already see that the other person is already starting to turn. I mean, that's quite similar to what Max did.
This is unbelievable. Jaguar.
A few years ago.
Yeah, they've bottled this completely, haven't they, as well? Porsche look to take the reins here with Pascal Wehrlein. Right, well done. They've got the car out of the way. Now we can head back to green flag running. 11:38 spent under either a full course yellow or safety car. Thing is, though, they've got to get that medical car out of the way. No, the rescue car. Rescue cars come from turn 9, and now it's at the exit turn 12. So now they've got to get the rescue car out of the way.
Oh my.
That's what you can see. And medical cars there too. Medical cars at turn 10. That's the gearbox failure for Gunther. Just died out. That's so annoying. Yeah, why didn't he go straight off at the runoff here? Why did he do that?
I don't know.
Like he's purposely caused the full course yellow.
Yeah.
Well, it's really annoyed Wehrlein, isn't it? But they green flag. Coming. So let's go again.
Course yellow ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag.
Green flag.
And we're racing again in London. 2 more laps. So this is lap 37. We will now end it and go to the added laps at the end of it. So across the line. So we're into the added laps. It's lap 37 and 39. 2 to go after this one. 3 including this one. And Gunther out of it. Maserati not having a great day either with Jeruvala being out of it.
How much energy do they have left?
12, 11, 10% each. 10% for everybody, but Seta Kamara. And Fenestrad's on 9.
They will just have enough.
Just enough, yeah, to make it. 3% of energy per loss per lap is what NATO was doing. He was using the most aggressive one. This race, and Evans might just try and take the lead. Don't forget, this is now the battle for the World Championship between Wehrlein and Evans right now. That's what's going on right here in front of us. Fenestra has a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. So that's dropped him down. That's going to put Cassidy well into the points, actually. That's going to put Cassidy up into, what, 7th place? Decent points. Decent points.
Unless he tries for attack mode again.
Yeah, well, he's run out. He's fine. He's done it all. So he's just got to run now, and he should be fine.
Starting to feel a bit
flagged. Yeah. Well, dinner after this.
Oh, yeah. Kind of feel a bit sick. Do you know, like when you shake up a bag full of water? That's what my stomach feels like.
Into added laps now. 2 to go. That's 38 of 39 now. And the field just now coasting for these laps. They've got enough. Fenestra's with the FIA logo next to him. There's the time penalty now.
It's not going to help him.
Jeruvala and Verne under investigation for causing collision. That's Verne with a penalty, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 6 become 3 going into tomorrow. Verne, Evans and Cassidy just. And Cassidy will have another qualifying to try and do better.
With me in the box, that's unlikely for him.
Luckily, I think I'm commentator in qualifying and you're hosting the F1 show.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah. You're in the race, though, so...
He'll have a chance.
You're in the race, though, so that's...
He'll crash out of the race.
Yeah. The race is another doing.
Also, have you noticed how recently, when it comes to, like, MotoGP, I've been perfectly predicting the races. And I perfectly predicted the qualifying of this.
Did, yeah. Natural gift. You're just getting an expert in broadcasting.
Yeah, I'm just like... They seem to be having a good day.
5% of energy, Megan, on the final lap, so they've done it. That full course yellow helped a lot.
It slowed them down.
Yeah, we wouldn't have made it under that reason. Is Evans going to try and push Wehrlein on this last lap? Look at that, 180 points for Wehrlein, 177 for Evans, 169 for Cassidy. Cassidy came in with a championship lead by so many points. He's going to leave as Verne does get a 5-second time penalty. Cassidy will leave now, 3rd in the championship. It'll be a 3-way fight going into the last race here of season 10 of ABB FIA Formula E. Verline will take the championship lead out of nowhere to try and become a world champion. We've had 8 champions in 9 seasons. One thing is we're going to be guaranteed to have a 9th champion in 10 years. But this race has given it its all. Round 15 in London has given us a little glimmer about what Formula E is all about. Oh, Evan's getting a bit close, isn't he, to the last 2 corners. Pascal Wehrlein comes out of nowhere. He started the season in glory. He went from nowhere. He gets himself back in it. Pascal Wehrlein wins in London and takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship with 1 race to go. And that is a redemption story worthy of a novel and a movie later.
1%. Oh, Fenestraz.
Out
0%.
of energy. Fenestraz is out of energy. He'll regen it. Roland and Dennis finish 15th and 16th. Cassidy finishes 7th.
With 4%.
Well, the championship is now alive. We lose Roland, Verne and DaCosta. It's Verline, Evans and Cassidy for the championship.
P1, what a race, what a race. Very, very well done. Congratulations.
Can I just say, Sete Camera, 5%. He was golden.
Verne dropped down as well. So look at his amount of championship protagonists he's got kicked out. Debris everywhere. The track's going to need sweeping before tomorrow. Let's hear from Verline.
Lead heading into the final day. How do you feel?
Can we have him?
Pascal is Caron in the commentary box. Congratulations, the win and the championship lead heading into the final day. How do you feel?
He's overcome.
He's a man of few
So
words.
much.
None at all, in fact.
Yes, you've heard of Kimi Pascal.
Oh.
Radio.
What a race.
Give me more pressure. Give me more.
Oh, yes, we will give you a lot if you perform like that.
Well, he soaked up the pressure like a...
Give what?
F1 magnet. Well, considering he drove in Formula 1 and wasn't all that impressive, he's impressive as in right now in Formula E. Oh, look, and there's the outbreak that TNT should have gone to.
Yeah, one of my abiding memories is Verline going into a wall in Monaco.
2017, upside down. Well, that was dramatic.
It was dramatic.
Tomorrow's going to be even more fun, isn't it, to be fair?
Why, whenever I'm in the box, do they all seem to start crashing?
We're back in London. It's a street circuit. We're not used to these now. We've done so many rounds in Shanghai, Portland as well, Berlin, all on circuits that are built up for us as well. Berlin is an airfield, but it doesn't count as a street track. This is a proper street track.
The street tracks for some reason.
So, well, it really has changed the championship protection, hasn't it? Look at that. DaCosta out. He's out of it. Verne and Roland too. It's now put Verline, Evans and Cassidy in the hunt for the title tomorrow. So round 16 will be the decider. Oh, bring it on. Everything goes down to the last day. The drivers, the teams and the manufacturers all go down to the last day. I can't wait. Right, we'll hand over to TNT in a few moments' time for the post ceremonies. Allows me and Megan to catch our breath. Megan can disappear.
Yeah, because I need to lay down.
So, your thoughts on that race and final thoughts?
Very dramatic.
Who's going to be the champion? Verline, Evans or Cassidy?
My mind goes to Evans, but I'm really hoping for Verline.
I think if Verline's come out of nowhere with that redemption arc as well, it could be something as well. Omi, if you're still there, what about you? What did you make of that one as a newbie to Formula E as well? Hopefully you like it as well. We'll catch up with you afterwards because we're going to head over now and say goodbye to Megan. We'll see you tomorrow when you cover all the sessions. For now, we're going to head back to Tom Brooks, who's on the call for the world feed as well as we get ready for the podium ceremony now.
Pascal Wehrlein exits out of the Tag Heuer Porsche, taking his 3rd victory of the season, his best result here in London as well. And it couldn't have come at a better time as he stands atop the Porsche as the leader of the championship for the first time since Monaco. And is embraced by his team down in Parc Ferme here at the Excel in London. Well, Pascal has excelled, no doubt about that. We'll be getting all the latest from him. Mitch Evans, you can see the body language there, frustrated with that one, and no surprise at all there, really. Again, a case of what might have been the victory slipping through his fingers. We heard him on the radio saying he was toast. He just had nothing left in his locker to mount a challenge to this man. And unfortunately for him, it's cost him an opportunity to lead the title going into the final round of the season. Well, good also for Sebastian Buemi, as we said, back onto the podium. And also Nick Cassidy as well. Where was he? 17th on the grid. He made up 10 places eventually at the checkered flag. Again, keeps his title hopes alive. But, I mean, if you look at where we were going into Portland, 25 points was the advantage that he had. Down to 12 at the start of this weekend. Down to 9 after qualifying today. He is going to be very, very disappointed with how the end of this season is shaping up.
Yeah, oh, that's lovely to see Pascal there. And you know what, with the point, it's the fastest lap going to Evans on that last lap. It's actually now 7 points between the top three, not 8, because Evans nicked that point of Pascal on the final lap. So I missed that earlier. Yeah, it is so well set up for tomorrow.
Also means that Porsche have won the last 4 races in a row in Formula E as well. Da Costa obviously taking the last 3. And now Wehrlein back on the top step of the podium for the first time since Mazzano.
So all the other contenders have now been eliminated from the battle. We've only got 3 drivers in the fight. Oh, that's lovely to see.
Yeah, became a dad for the first time this year, did Pascal Wehrlein. And, well, there's a bit of an old adage that goes around saying that when you have a kid, it can add a couple of tenths of a second on. If anything, it shaved a couple of tenths of a second off Pascal Wehrlein and his performance this year.
Yeah, but it's... there's a lot of stress involved in that race, wasn't there? There was some wild driving there, some wild manoeuvres. Dennis was in the wars. Van Dorn got in amongst it with Cassidy. We saw Vern colliding, first with Dennis, then with Daruvala.
Let's catch up then with Pascal Wehrlein, his 3rd win of the season and the championship lead going into the finale.
Pascal Wehrlein, huge congratulations. Your 3rd win of the season, and of course this puts you at the top of the championship. You seem to just thrive under pressure.
Yeah, it's been a great day so far. The Jaguars were a bit quicker than us in qualifying, but yeah, that didn't disturb us to go confident in the race. Yeah, deliver a good performance there, doing the perfect strategy. It seemed like yeah, the race tried to make it a bit more difficult in the end when I was already leading so far, and then there was a safety car in full course yellow and everything. But never mind. Today has been a great day, but it's only 50%, so tomorrow is another important day. Yeah, we are happy now for a couple of minutes, and then we focus on tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a brilliant race-defining move when you took the lead from Mitch Evans. But it got more complicated after that. What was going through your mind when the safety car came out?
Nothing, just trying to focus on my job, on all the procedures and everything, and yeah, avoiding mistakes. Bring it home.
Fight is on for tomorrow. Thank you very much. Pascal Wehrlein for Tag Heuer Porsche.
Pascal Wehrlein then takes victory, and here is how his race unfolded. Got the move done on Mitch Evans to take the lead of the race, and we wondered whether at this point it might be slipping through his fingers. He then got that lead and pulled out such an advantage over the space of 4 or 5 laps that once he took his attack mode deployments, there was nothing left in the locker for Mitch Evans to retaliate, despite the fact that we ended up having 2 safety cars, or 1 safety car and 1 full course yellow in the closing stage of the race. Let's catch up with Mitch Evans. A chance at the victory, but he finishes 2nd on the road here today.
Mitch Evans, huge congratulations on finishing 2nd here in London. Talk us through from your perspective. It looked like you were fighting really hard. Was there anything more you could do?
Yeah, I left it all out there, but we approached the race wrong, and yeah, that was it. So full credit to Porsche and Wehrlein. Yeah, really disappointed because we got the pace to win, but we just executed poorly. So yeah, we'll have to look towards tomorrow.
So is this something that you can fix going into tomorrow's race?
Yeah, no, for sure. Pace is there, but it's just execution was a bit off.
And can you give us any insight into what that execution might be?
You'll find out tomorrow, maybe, I hope.
Excellent, that's what we like to see. Huge congratulations. Mitch Evans for Jaguar TCS Racing.
Mitch Evans, Jaguar TCS Racing, 2nd place for him, 3 points to Pascal Wehrlein in the championship fight going into tomorrow. This is a move for Pascal Wehrlein which secured him the victory. unfortunate there for Wehrlein. He'll be disappointed. Sorry, for Evans rather. He'll be disappointed with that, as we heard. Sebastian Buemi back on the podium. Then let's catch up with him.
Well, Sebastian Buemi, this really is a family affair. Huge congratulations on finishing third, and huge congratulations for having such a beautiful family. I'm going to go straight to Jules and say, how do you think your dad did?
Good.
Very well.
What?
Very well today.
Very well.
Brilliant. Sebastian Buemi, what a special moment for you. Obviously, to be back on the podium is brilliant, and also to celebrate with your family.
Yeah, I didn't plan it, but I promised the middle one that I would take him on the podium if I was able to make it. So started well with qualifying, and then in the end, obviously, doing well in the race, it's good.
I mean, it does make it so special. And obviously, you know, to celebrate all together and be able to hopefully come back and do it all over again tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah, we'll do our very best. So let's see.
Well, enjoy the celebrations. Bye, Hugo.
Sebastian Buemi back onto
Sebastian Buemi for Envision Racing. Huge congratulations.
Yeah, cheers, Nicky. Cheers, Sebastian. And thanks to his family as well. Nice to have the kids down there. His first podium since Mexico at the start of the year. And this is how his race unfolded. Hit the lead early on against Mitch Evans. Would he be for his first victory since New York in 2019? Well, it would eventually work out that a podium would reach him, courtesy of that untimely DNF for Maximilian Günther in the Maserati, as the gearbox cried no more. And third place for Buemi, something for him and Envision to smile about after what has been a challenging season, to put it mildly.
Yeah, ultimately he wasn't as quick as either Pascal or Mitch today. I think there was an early phase of the race where he was, but that was when they were all managing. But when the pace got ramped up and Pascal and Evans jumped, 2 seconds in terms of the pace, Buemi couldn't quite go with them, and then he ended up actually behind Günther as well. So, he would have been fourth. So, yeah, I think he should be pleased with that podium there.
What about Nick Cassidy then? Damage limitation for him after a difficult qualifying. Just chatting here with team principal James Barkley. You'd imagine he's got to be disappointed with how this weekend's panned out so far, but he's still within a shout going into tomorrow.
Yeah, he arrived here yesterday with a 12-point lead. He's going into tomorrow, 7 points behind. But the mindset changes. He's no longer the hunted. He's now the hunter. He's the one doing the chasing. He's the one with nothing to lose. Well, he's got points to lose, but, it's 7 points. That's the difference between first and second in a race, Tom. It is a winner-takes-all tomorrow. Absolutely winner-takes-all.
Certainly is. Well, Tag Heuer Porsche making their way onto the podium then. Team representative first up. Then we'll get the 3 drivers making their way onto the rostrum here at the Excel in London. And of course, time for the national anthem to play out as well. Delight for Tag Heuer Porsche. They're back against the wall all weekend. They have really come out swinging. And a weekend where Tommy Fury has been attending here in London. They are pulling all the punches, certainly. Sebastian Buemi, with his kids, makes his way onto the podium. Full family affair for Buemi and for Envision. And the Swiss flag. I don't know about you, but I think it's a big plus. Third place for Buemi. His second podium of the season. Second place here for Mitch Evans. He's biting his tongue. We heard him saying that he was a little bit disappointed with how the team performed and that they didn't maximise their performance, but he's going to put a brave face on it and he's going to have to come out all guns blazing tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, second place, still very much in play in the championship battle. He's only
3 points.
3 points behind, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's very much game on.
But Pascal Wehrlein then executed that one to perfection, got his way ahead of Mitch Evans, pulled out such an advantage that despite a late race safety car and despite a full course yellow, he was able to hold on to the lead, taking his third victory of the season and his most important one at that. It gives him the championship lead for the first time since Monaco back in May. And it means it is game on for the title. 3 drivers separated by 7 points going into the final race of the 2024 season. Porsche and the fans loving it here in London as Pascal Wehrlein stands atop the rostrum then. It's now time for the national anthem of Germany. The national anthem plays out not only for Pascal Wehrlein but also for Tag Heuer Porsche. And now it's time for the trophies to be presented. Olivia Knight, the Girls on Track's representative, will be presenting the award to Tag Heuer Porsche. Another bit of silverware for them to take home. Also moves them closer to Jaguar in the team standings as well. Well, a little bit actually, as a matter of fact, because of course Cassidy got 7th, didn't he? Nicole Byrne, Motorsport UK board member, presenting that 3rd place trophy to Sebastian Buemi, standing up there with his family on the podium. Daniel Y. Cotton, the lead motion manager of UK and Northern Europe region. 2nd place for Mitch Evans. He'll be disappointed with that one, wondering what might have been. I'd love to be a fly on the wall for Jaguar, but you've got to take it where you can get it, and he's still very much in contention going into tomorrow. Let's not forget San-Hoon Lee, the president of Hankook Tire Europe, now awards the winner's trophy to Pascal Wehrlein. What a job from the German. What a job from Tag Heuer Porsche. Victory number 3 of 2024 and the lead in the Drivers' Championship with 1 race remaining in Season 10. The confetti flies, but there's not too much time to celebrate. 24 hours to go, and we get the chance to do it all over again, and we'll be crowning our 3 titles: the Manufacturers' Trophy, the Teams' Championship, and of course the all-coveted Drivers' Championship. And will it fall the way of Nick Cassidy, Mitch Evans, or Pascal Wehrlein?
The celebrations begin, and the party is just phase 1. Tomorrow we have phase 2 and the championship decider for season 10 of the ABB FIA Formula E Championship. Let's confirm the results to you then. It's Pascal Wehrlein for Mitch Evans, 1 and 2. Buemi round out the podium. De Vries finishes 4th with Mortar 5th. Mahindra's best results of the season so far. Muller in 6th with Cassidy in 7th. It's a 3-way fight for the World Championship going on now. Bird in 8th from Van Dorn 9th. Nato rounds out the last points paying position in 10th. De Grassi's at 11th with Seta Kamara 12th. Ticktum 13th. Fenestras 14th with Roland in 15th. Dennis in 16th with that penalty as well. Same for Verne 17th. Druvler 18th. Gunther, Hughes, DeCosta and Frines. No further parts and eliminated. So it all comes down to this. 1 round to decide 3 championships. The drivers between Pascal Wehrlein, Mitch Evans and Nick Cassidy. The team's championship between Porsche and Jaguar. And the same goes with the manufacturers. We're going to be in for a fascinating weekend. Welcome to the London E-Prix. Well, this is going to be very interesting coming into it, yeah. Joe Samiego is here. Hello, Joe. How are you doing over there? You all right?
Morning. All good here. No crowd strike issues overall for us. Just some heat punching outside. It's been a hot summer in the Oregon state, but overall excited, and what a thrilling race we're going to have today.
Yeah, our systems are, they're so bad we can't even begin to explain what's going on. We'll just edit that out in post. It'll be fine. We'll edit it out in post. All will be good. You won't notice a thing to anybody else, so don't worry about it. If you're watching it live, you'll know. But yeah. Who am I supporting? I don't really have a dog in the fight, but I must say Cassidy, I think, has got the biggest one. I said he'll win the championship. He starts on pole. Verline does look strong. Never count an underdog. Verline looks strong as well. But Joe, who do you think? We've got 3 in the hunt for the title, and it's really strong this season. You were trackside in Portland, and that's sort of when Cassidy's season took a turn for the worst.
Yeah, his season took a turn for the worse, and I feel it's gonna be one of those deals where we're gonna look at it and say that was the race where it all fell apart for him. Because at the end of the day, he was on track to win that race. 2 laps ago, misses the corner. Since then, the second race, disastrous. Then we get into this race weekend, had been good. But now he put himself like, okay, I'm up against the wall. I'm going all out. I'm curious to see what he could do.
Absolutely as well, and you and Nicole did some fantastic footage trackside, I must just say as well. So thank you very much for allowing us to show that. And the Grid Network, of course, will have their. Have we done the pre-race show? Yeah. So have we done the pre-race show today? Yeah. So it's post-race show, 90 minutes after the NASCAR race. So if you're here in the UK, that's about 1 a.m. estimated at the moment as well. Oh, hello, Joe.
Hello.
So much to look forward to here. So much anticipation building in the air as well to crown a Season 10 champion. It'll be our 9th different champion inside 10 years. I think, Joe, that just shows exactly what this championship is all about. It is so unpredictable, but also it's earned its place as a full-time championship now. It is a top-level motorsport event.
It is, and they did a really good job explaining the upbringing of Cassidy Evans, their racing history, because I think that's something a lot of American audiences don't see, because CBS, they just grid the race. If you're lucky, the podium, maybe an interview, and then we're off the air. It has become a series where it is one of those, I mean, there's a reason why it's in the grid ranking. It's the premier electric racing series. You have teams like McLaren and Reddy, Nissan, all these manufacturers that see the potential in this series and they keep investing in the evolution of the car. It's pushing the drivers to a new challenge they have not experienced before in F1, in karting. So this has really become something where I feel Formula E, if they continue this growth, it's been a slow growth, especially in the United States market, they could maintain a stable group of audience, fans, that will build that momentum up, because let's be honest, with the electric car technology, if Formula E could maintain their presence as the sole Formula E Premier Series, it's going to be fun. And I got to say, the racing this weekend, physical, aggressive. This is what I like about Formula E. For the longest time, I've been a fan of this kind of racing. I'd like to see more of this racing.
Proper old school style as well, Formula E. Some concert going on now on the start-finish line, which has become apparent here in the XL races as well. This could be next year. We're here for one final time. We know that. Whether or not it stays in London going forward, we don't know. When we come to Gen 3.5, the Evo, coming in 2026's season. So many things coming and change in that year as well. This is not the last Formula E race of 2024, however. That's because for the first time in about 5 years, we're actually going to start season 11 inside 2024. It's going to be in December, the last weekend of the Formula 1 action. So still, Formula 1 will be the last race of the year. But we'll start in Sao Paulo, Brazil for season 11 on the 8th of December, that weekend as well. And then we'll take a little break, and then we're back at the end of January ready to go as well for the rest of the calendar in season 11. So that's going to be a fun atmosphere. We'll also bring you some news from testing as well, so it's always going to be great. And I really am looking forward to it as well. I think here today, I generally don't have a clue who's going to win the World Championship. And I think I like that, because if you know going in, it spoils the fun. But I am looking at Verline, I am looking at Evans, I am looking at Cassidy thinking, I know which one my money's on, and that's Cassidy. He's the underdog story. So, who's going to try and play the team game here? Obviously, Jaguar out for themselves. Look at where Verline is. DaCosta's in 10th. It's close racing, but we need to look at alliances. So which teams use the same power units? Well, we've got Porsche, of course, with Da Costa, but they also run the Andretti's. Dennis down in 21st, NATO's in 12th, so they've lost hope. Jaguar run the Envisions, and they've got Robin Friends right up there alongside Verline. So if anything, it's Friends who could really help out and stop Verline from getting up there. So it's all about who's got the alliance today as well as who's going to win the title, I feel.
It's going to be very interesting, Josh. When it comes to the teams, I think Jaguar has the upper hand because yesterday we saw Sebastian Buemi up there with Mitch Evans. I feel like he could have a little bit harder if this was just a regular race, but he probably played a little bit that team game knowing there was a podium on the line. For the Drivers' Championship, this is one of those championships we love to see, and especially when it's not because of a format like a playoffs where you have automatically 4 drivers. This is simply 3 drivers all year long racing each other hard, and it still comes down to this race. Nick Cassidy getting that pole. Those bonus points are so valuable. I think this is going to be simply whoever wins the race is going to be the champion, because that's the big key. 25 points if you're the winner. You get 18 points. That is no bonus points will help you close that gap. I think if Pascal Wehrlein wants to win this championship, he has to win. Mitch Evans wants this championship, he has to win. Cassidy, he has to win.
It's a proper
simple
win.
as that.
Yeah. I can't wait. So yeah, they've all got to effectively go to win it. Now, Cassidy's got the 3 points for pole position, but you get a bonus point for fastest lap and the 25 points. So there's 26 points on offer in this race. It's all going to be quite close. We're into the final 4 minutes. Megan's alongside us now in the commentary box, hiccuping. But Megan, just quickly before we get into it, who do you think is going to win this race?
Verline.
Good pick for Verline. Very good pick as well. It's all going to be blowing up as well. We don't know what's going to happen next. We're in London once again. We are calling all set to go for the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship season finale. In the space of 7 months, we've crossed to 16 different races across about 8 different countries, and we can't wait to see where we're going to have this one now. This is the big one, though. Cassidy, Gunther, they're the front row of the grid. Evans and Verline on the second row. It is literally Cassidy, Evans and Verline on the run. Gunther's the piggy in the middle, and it's going to be a very entertaining race to call for you at home. The XL Centre, this is the circuit though, 2.080 kilometres, 20 turns in total. We've seen some very entertaining racing here over the last few years as well. Do not discount the fact that we could be in for an almighty shunt. And because this track is fast, yesterday we saw, 2 safety cars and a full course yellow. It all adds in quite quickly.
Also, I'm very happy that Tom Felton is in, this bit.
Here's the grid then. Nick de Vries starts at the back. Alongside him is Jake Dennis on row 11. Row 10 sees Eduardo Mortar alongside Sasha Fenestras. Then we get as well row 9 with Sergio Sete Camaro alongside Sebastian Buemi. Row 8 sees Nico Molo alongside him is Jake Hughes at his home Grand Prix. Row 7 sees Lucas de Grassi alongside Dan Tigton. Row 6 takes us to Norman Nato lining up in 12th. Johan Toruvela starts in 11th. The 5th row of the grid sees Antonio Felix da Costa start in 10th position. Ollie Rowland starts 9th. 4th row of the grid, Sam Bird starts in 8th, and Stoffel van Dorn is 7th on the grid. To the cameras then, to the front, Jean-Luc Verne starts on the 3rd row in 6th position. Robin Friends starts alongside him in the Envision, powered by the Jaguar, remember, he's alongside in 3rd. Row 2 though, first of the championship protagonist, Pascal Wehrlein, championship leader. He starts in 4th. Mitch Evans alongside in 3rd position on the 2nd row. Front row though, Maximilian Gunther getting into the final in 2nd, but Nick Cassidy doing exactly what he needed to do and taking pole position and 3 World Championship points. It all closes up. It's all going to be very exciting as well. We've highlighted the championship protagonists for you. Quickly, one more. Who's going to win this race? Joe, who's going to win the race and who's going to win the World Championship?
race winner's going to be the world champion. I'm going with Mitch Evans.
Megan?
Verline for both.
Okay. Does that mean I've got to go Cassidy because I stuck myself
No.
into it? I said on Formula E zone Cassidy. I'll stick with Cassidy. I think he's got it.
So all fighting against each other.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a fun race, won't it, as well? We've just come off of a great Formula 1 as well. I highly encourage you all to go watch that Hungarian Grand Prix.
I think I finally got my hiccups under control. I held my breath for 30 seconds.
Well, that's going to be good news then.
Which is the way to do it.
A live orchestra is calling us into a race. How fantastic is that? It's literally Shakespeare, what we are writing here.
I want a live orchestra everywhere I go.
Virtual Race Engineer says Cassidy might save some energy for the first few laps and then push hard and create a gap to make attack mode. Gonna wait for the smoke to billow away as well. London is calling for the Season 10 World Champion. It's come down to round 16 of 16. It's Verline, Evans and Cassidy with all 5 lights on. And it's lights out to decide a world champion. It's a good start from Cassidy, and immediately Evans goes to the outside line into turn 1 to try and get ahead of Gunther, and he's done so. Verline stays in 4th position, comes under attack from Robin Friends. Friends looks around the outside, bit of wheel banging between the two, but Verline safely in 4th position. Down we come then into the sunlight, down the hill into the XL car park. Few bumping further back there with Roland and DaCosta, but it's Cassidy leading from Evans in 2nd, and as it stands, it's Cassidy who's got the World Championship. Simple. Whoever wins, that's the winner. That's how we have to deal with it. But now it's a Jaguar 1-2, and now that's the real question, Megan. What are they going to play? Because they've got the Teams Championship to contend with as well.
They do. So I am not sure at all what is going to happen, but I can only hope for Verline.
Yeah, I think Joe as well. Gunther staying in 3rd, that was the best thing for the Jaguars, worse for Verline, and now Evans is wanting to go. Do you play the team game or do you play the World Championship game? That's what you've got to deal with here.
One of the things I'm watching for, behind Pascal Wehrlein, you got Friend. He's in the Jaguar powertrain. Is he going to apply pressure to Pascal much early on?
The Versal says we have no team orders. Oh, there are team orders. Druvla gets ahead of DaCosta. Dennis ahead of Mortara. Cassidy has officially led lap 1 of this race. So I'll write him down on the list. Now, yesterday was 38 laps, or 37 laps, isn't it? Today it's 34. We've reduced it. Cassidy will lead on 202 points. Evans on 195. Verline 192. Yellow flag at turn 3. And it's Dennis! Jake Dennis, once again, is off the track at turn 3.
Even yesterday, it's probably a good thing.
Now, and Mortara's in there too, and they're both off, and they've blocked the track. Now, what are we going to do here? Are they going to deploy the safety? I still haven't got my stopwatch as well. Are they going to deploy the safety car?
It's literally in the hall.
I know. They'll have to deploy the safety car. I'll just screenshot that. Ready for tomorrow. No sign at the moment of a safety car being deployed, just double yellows. I think, Joe, that might have to be a safety car, and it is a safety car. They've thrown it. Yeah, safety car's out. Because that track's now blocked down there.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happened. Tough break from Mahindra. They had a great effort yesterday, but Mortara done for the day, it looks like, or at least he can maybe get it rolling, but restart's going to be a lot of fun.
It really is. Evans was trying to have a go at Cassidy, and Verline was trying to pass Gunther, and they are both into the wall.
Well, I suppose it's a good thing that they're right next to a place where they can just pull them off.
Mortara's getting out of the car. Dennis, I think he's bad. Well, to be honest, Jake Dennis nearly has a race ban for what he's been doing all this weekend. He's always made contact with somebody.
I mean, Mortara's probably done the rest of the field a great service in getting Dennis off there.
Yeah, probably has done as well. That was a very long hold for the lights to go out as well, I noticed as well. And then we missed the 3 coming on.
Suspense.
Yeah, they were too busy with the virtual race engineer. So safety car's out then. We'll have some added laps if we go over 4 minutes. And here's how it happens. So look further back. Oh, hello. Mortara's got no steering. Dennis has already forced him into the wall once. And then Mortara's going to to go. Just comes into path through Dennis. Watch, exit at turn 1. This is Dennis. He's battling with Boemi. Dennis loses out, and he goes wide. He puts Mortara into the wall. Mortara's got no steering and just clatters into Dennis.
Karma.
That is karma, to be fair. And there's broken suspension on both, so they're both out of the race. Yeah, they're both out. Great. Well, time for a reset. Now, TNT, if you want to do what you did yesterday and go to a break, now's an okay time. But don't do it in the middle of a championship-defining move. which is what they nearly did yesterday as well. Shouldn't be too long. So that's Dennis taking last year's champion out of the race. Here's the start then, Max.
Right, so Cassidy got an amazing start. He immediately defended from Gunther, who was literally saw a very good opportunity, but was immediately blocked by not but one, but two people, same team.
The grid, in case you needed to remember where they were. This is on board with Evans. Yeah, better traction.
Evans who got past, who blocked him?
Yeah, he got into second and blocked Alpha, yeah.
I don't know who is who.
Well, you got it right, though. You were calling
I was right, because blue is Gunther.
Yeah, I've dropped my pen on the floor. That's always a start to go into. Safety car's out, and the rescue vehicle hasn't moved from turn 9, but they're still moving turn 3 around. So it's a double yellow flag at turn 3, we're being told. Well, that's a normal situation to go into. We're not really. I wasn't really going to expect any difference on it as well. I'm just checking that it was the same both sides. This is Verline, and I think Joe as well. Bad getaway, and then he's under attack immediately, as we talked about the pre-show, from Frines, and there was nearly contact between the two.
Yeah, not exactly a good getaway. You could hear a little bit that wheel spin right before, but at least he managed to, stay ahead of Frines, because I think that's the big concern that team's going to have is you have Frines going to try to sort of help out the Jaguar powertrain teammates in the Jaguar drivers, but of course that's also going to help the two drivers in the championships and work against Pascal Wehrlein. So I think when it comes to this restart, Pascal will really want to get a good launch on essentially Gunther, try to get around him.
So on the restart, attack will be open.
Yeah, I think you're right there, and Evans is now going to take attack mode on this lap when we go green again. Just to answer the question that Vassal says, if you see the map, it says that Evans is ahead of Cassidy. I can still see Cassidy. Ignore the driver tracker. That they all Constantine are up together. The driver tracker is only useful if they're spread out or there's an accident. Otherwise, they all Constantine are up together. Go by the timing tower. Well, we've highlighted it. The driver tracker, they all just sort of go on top of each other. So it's very hard to say who's ahead. Go on, Megan.
A lot of debris.
Yeah, so maybe next lap. Not this lap, the next one, because I've got to tidy that up and make sure there's no punctures. Yeah, turn 3 is not the fastest corner, but it's the first one before you go out and underneath the circuit, as we see here at the XL Centre. What's the tyre temps at the moment coming into it? Track temperature 25 degrees. No, track temperature 28 degrees, air temperature 25. They need to change that around, say air and track rather than symbols. Saunders. Sorry, Saunders. Let's hear from him.
1 and 2. Fairly average start, though, for Pascal Wehrlein.
Saunders?
Yes, exactly that, Tom. We're now looking at what this means for the championship, but there's two main points that I'm now thinking of, right? The one first is about energy. So now behind the safety car, the speed of the safety car is massively going to dictate how much energy is left remaining for the rest of this race. Now, essentially, now all the engineers have been looking at their targets. How much can they push for the remainder of the race to get to the finish line, having used the most amount of energy as possible? Now, what's interesting about that is how will they get that right with the potential of added laps towards the end? Will they calculate it correctly? Will one team have more energy to use towards the end than another? The second point is in the Teams Championship, that crucial third position, that third place on the Teams Championship podium has now disappeared from Andretti and is almost gifted to DS Penske.
Thanks.
Thank you, Saunders. He could turn his mic up a little bit as well on that one. 5 minutes and 33 seconds spent under the safety car. Now that is going to equivalent to about 2 extra laps at this time. So here we go again then. Cassidy, Evans, Gunther, Wehrlein, Frines the top 5. Vern, Van Dorn, Bird, Roland, DaCosta, the 10 in the points. But your 3 championship protagonists are status quo as things stand at the moment with 1, 2 and 4. Wehrlein exactly where he started. Evans the only one to move up, but Cassidy with the lead of this championship, and he's going to milk this for all eternity. The green flag is out, and now he hits the accelerator. There's no overtaking until the control line, which is there, and we're racing again. So Jaguar now going to let Evans and Cassidy go for the title. We know these two don't really get along. They've been arguing throughout the season, and yeah, they really have. And Joe, as you know, it was really Cassidy. He was trying to think of Evans. That cost him the race in Portland because he was trying to protect Evans. And these two, oh, look at that. Evans is trying to go on the outside already on Cassidy. So Do you reckon now it's gloves off, or are they still going to try and play the team game as long as possible?
I think it's gloves off now, and that's the thing you bring up Portland. A lot of folks were talking about why didn't Jaguar step in and saying, hey, you got this penalty, let's make some sort of arrangement to ensure the win. That costed Cassidy the win. Mitch Evans, of course, he crossed the finish line first, but did not get the win. Here we are now. I'm thinking Mitch Evans is going to try to make the move.
Oh, he's on the
outside! It's going to be really interesting to see.
Evans tried it. Cassidy wouldn't let him through. Gunther's coming into it now. Frines and Vern take attack mode. So Frines on 2 minutes, Vern on 4. You get 8. You get 6 minutes in total. 2 minutes for Hughes, 2 minutes for Fenestrats, 4 minutes for Santa Kamara. But Evans did try it around the outside. And look at Verline. Verline's coming in the mix. He's trying to get ahead of Gunther. Okay, here we go. So top 3 in the title are going to battle it out together.
That shall be interesting.
And
well. The fastest lap just keeps getting faster with everyone down the field.
That's first lap behind the set after the safety car, so it all goes through as well. But
it's the freezers now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. I think Evans going to have to get through. But what do you think of this? Was that a bit too harsh from Evans, or did Cassidy try and force him into a problem there?
I think that's fair game, honestly, with that move. But this is what we anticipate from Elite. Physical, hard racing.
I love it. I love it. It's giving us the exit we need. The go moment will be early in the race as the energy per lap is high enough to defend early on. Yeah, yesterday we saw that they had just enough. Instant between DaCosta and Roland's been noted by the steward. By the way, Dennis Mortara's incident is under investigation after the race, so probably a fine, because if it's the last race of the year, they don't usually carry over penalties to the next race, which is in
That
Sao
would be
Paulo.
wise.
Yeah, next race. And new attack modes coming through as well. Trying to tell who. Bird and Roland take 2 minutes. NATO takes 4. Here's Verline.
T1 seems to be a good spot for overtaking according to statistics.
Oh, he's not going to pay any notice.
Verline's
through. Verline's through on the inside for 3rd, and he makes contact with Gunther and just gets through. Gunther goes near towards the wall. Verline having to defend. Frines comes out of nowhere and just takes the inside. Don't cut away to the fans. Come on. In, there we go. Yes, yes. So Verline's up to 3rd. Forget turn 1 being the go moment. He's absolutely going for it now. Under the bridge we go towards the S's section as they come into it as well. And everything okay. And Sandbird's off. Sandbird's off.
So is NATO and Ticton.
And that's at turn 6. And that's gonna be a safety car. Look, there's a car park in the car park.
One still being able to move.
Yeah, Bird has gone straight on. We'll keep an eye on if that's going to be a safety car. And Sam Bird is possibly out of the race. Roland gets ahead of Van Dorn as well. Sam Bird is out. Sam Bird is out. Broken front left suspension. Bird is out of the race, and the safety car's out for a second time in 7 laps.
NATO can still move. He was the one who was reversing.
Frines and DaCosta take attack mode. Now, usually that's oh no, but that's going to be good. And that safety car hasn't been called yet. Now it has. So the safety car comes out again, finally on our TV pictures, and the race halted for a second time. It's deja vu here, isn't it?
It really, really is. Why is it always an Andretti?
Which one is NATO this time?
Yes.
I think Joe as well. This is just Andretti causing as much damage as they possibly can.
They're going to be disruptive. This is a new way of doing in the championship, but this is where they want to see. The top 3 in the championship are now your top 3, and I think Pascal Verline has the advantage. He could apply pressure to Evans, and the only way Evans could respond to that, put pressure on Cassidy. He would love to see the 2 Jaguars make contact and get around.
Bird hits the side of Jaruvula. Jaruvula continued on, and then they all just concertina behind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Race over.
Are you sure?
Ollie fed DaCosta into the wall.
Oh, it all bottled up.
Peter and I'm out.
Okay, just wait for instructions from Scott.
Yeah, it all bottled up.
Yeah, so yeah, that's not anybody's fault there. That's just the layout of the track, and that's what.
Ticton did a really nice spin.
Yeah. Well, not bad for there from Ticton, to be fair. Oh, hello. What's that flapping around in the back?
Jaruvula.
He's trying to break off the diffuser, and he's done
There it is. Half of it.
His diffuser's cut loose, and he's weaving down to turn 10 to get rid of it. Otherwise, I'll get the black and orange flag.
He's got half it off.
It's actually his rear wing. It is his rear wing. Well, they're so smart. Oh, he's got to come in. That's out of the race. His gearbox is hanging off, and the rain light's hanging off.
That's his gearbox?
I think that's it. That's definitely driven out of the race there, Joe. His rear wing, yes, it's come off, but also the rain light's come off, and the gearbox looks like it's hanging on as well. The electronics are just dangling out.
Yeah, he's going to need that little red light, especially when we go day, night with the building. I think he'll be done, which is unfortunate. He just, being the lone rookie this year, I feel like he's been a little bit judged harder against everybody, but it's like you don't have a rookie to judge him against, so be interesting to see what his future is in Formula E, if it's back again or somewhere else.
Florian Modlinger, again, very happy with Verline on the outside into 19, becomes the inside for 20, and he just got ahead of Gunther nicely. 8 minutes already of this race, by the way, spent under safety car. Joe, I don't know if you know, what time is the green flag for IndyCar? Is it 6:30?
IndyCar.
Yeah.
IndyCar race later today over at Toronto. That's going to be a good one, and that is at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we still got, what, a little less than an hour to go?
Yeah. And green flag, I think, is at 5:30 the hour. Oh, my God, it's going to be so tight.
Just make it, I think.
I'm not even finishing that.
For the grid ranking, this is the last weekend where we have 5 series or more running this year, because Formula E will be out. Then we'll have a couple of 4 days, 4 series races, and then 3, 2 to 1.
And of course, I think it's after this weekend that IndyCar and NASCAR go on their Olympic break.
Correct.
Yeah. And
Jubilee's pitch.
Jubilee's in the pitch. Yeah, look, there's the red line gearbox hanging off, as I said, at the back of the car.
That
and
is
the
like
diffuser's off too.
open. That is open.
That is the Formula E equivalent of a miniskirt.
Yes.
Look at that, he was trying to weave it off. That's the rear wing he's trying to get off. But
funny thing is, he succeeded, kind of.
He got that off, but not anything else.
Right into the path.
Okay, safety car's now been out for 9 minutes and they're coming up to 10, so it's going to be 3 added laps that they're going to have to contend with at this point. That's an insane amount of time to be added back. Let's hear from Mitch Evans in second.
We've been asked on the restart. Decision is to give some space to Nick for his first attack.
So the 2 Jags going to...
How about now?
We just saw McLaren have a self-destruct weekend in Formula 1. Somehow I think Jaguar might have it here. I don't think Evans is going to do that. He's got to think to a World Championship here.
Difference is, Jaguar, I think, can't recover. McLaren easily do.
Yeah. I'll tell you this right now. I don't know if you agree with me, Joe. The best thing here is that Jaguar win the team's championship and Verline wins the drivers' championship, because otherwise Cassidy and Evans just won't work together anymore.
Yeah. So my pick is
That's the thing, I think.
Oh, go on.
I feel Jaguar has the advantage in the team's championship. That's pretty hard to beat. The biggest thing they could do, and this is where they have to watch for, because they're telling Evans, give Cassidy that space. But Cassidy got run behind him. He is not going to care. He's going to try to push Evans to get a situation where if Evans gets around Cassidy during the attack mode, and he gets in between, you can't do team orders because you got Pascal in between. This is too much to risk for, I think, Jaguar.
Here we go again. Evans knows the score. Don't give room to Cassidy so he can go for attack mode. On to lap 10 of 34. We're racing again here in London to decide a world champion. And look at Verline. He would have heard that message as well. He knows exactly what to do. Attack, attack, attack. And gain the advantage. Your top 3 in the championship are 1, 2, and 3. This is what we love.
Coincidentally, I think they're in the opposite order that they are in the championship.
They are. They are.
Correct.
Yeah. But it's winner takes all, so actually Evans stays where he is. And then Cassidy takes the lead and Verline goes to third. So it's that close in the championship. It's winner takes all. Bonus point at the moment goes Lucas de Grassi, 1:15.357. Oh, this is amazing.
Verline's all over the back end of Evans.
Is he going to go for it? Surely attack mode first. Yeah, there goes Cassidy. And Evans didn't listen. But Cassidy side by side, the two teammates and the championship protagonists come to blows because Cassidy keeps ahead. Evans briefly had the lead, but he had Verline all over his trumpet as well. And this is amazing. You've got, and there on the inside, that goes Roland getting ahead of Robin Frines, and in the opposite end, DaCosta gets ahead of Van Dorn.
Points as well.
You want me to go back on the front, right?
Ideally, they would like at least one of you to be...
Intention is for Nick to come out ahead on this first attack.
Oh, come on, guys.
They screwed him. They knew that Nick would go out in the first attack. They completely screwed Evans because now he's on sick attack mode, and Verline's gonna take him. Oh, Jaguar! The idea there was
shame for that, isn't it?
Evans should have taken the lead. Cassidy held up Verline, and then it would have been a bit more fair. Oh, Joe, Jaguar have said this all season. They don't know how to run the team together.
I left my book in here.
They don't, and that's the thing. From Portland all year long, we've been seeing this. That's a big missed opportunity because, yeah, Evans is going to be now in a bad spot when he takes attack mode. He's hoping the others will do late enough, and then he could get it late enough. But with Verline behind, boy, he is in a hard spot. Cassidy just got a huge one hand on the championship. Not two, but just one right now.
Now let's take a look at it from Cassidy now, as Jeruval has officially retired from the race. Bird and Jeruval, by the way, under investigation. So Cassidy got the accelerator, and Evans just let him through. Evans did physically just lift off and let him through.
He could have held off.
He could have. He should have, to be fair.
Roland and Degrassi both took attack mode, and I think Zeto Camera does.
Yeah, they've all flown it up. Let's take a look. Yep, Roland taken 4, Degrassi 2, and Zeto Camara missed it. He missed it. That's it from Evans.
I played fair now, so it's the last time I do it if I'm not getting any context.
I play it fair now, but that's the last time I'm doing it. Go on, Jack.
I'm curious, why is Cassidy not pulling away with the attack mode? He seems to be bunching them all up.
Has he still got it? Well, Roland says he's got it. I don't think he has. And Evans going to go for an attack charge here. Is he going to go for the mode to try and pass? No. I think he took 2 minutes. 6-2. Cassidy took 2 minutes. Cassidy only took 2. He's used it. So he's got 4 left. And Evans still has 6 to play. Roland trying to go on the outside of Frines for the back using that 3-minute attack mode. Oh, and he gets squeezed into the wall there.
A lot of people have just tried to get attack mode, but failed.
It's really closing. Checo says really hoping for Cassidy to take it. Sam Bird is out, here we go. Anthony says, where's your checkered shirt to the finish line? I've got the shorts. Let's hear from Evans.
Oh, sorry.
Nick is not attacking this lap. Gloves are off.
Gloves are off. There we
gloves are off. Brilliant. Right, London's a great place for a fight. Bird and Jeruval is under investigation for causing collision, so it wasn't just noted now. Joe, this is now, I think, going to be coming to blows for these two. This could be Verline because Cassidy and Evans take each other out. I think Verline might have this if these two fight.
And that's the thing. Verline knows if he could put the pressure on Evans to make that mistake, make a move, and it ruins the 2 Jaguars.
Oh.
Here we go.
And that's Cassidy taking his final attack mode of 4 minutes, but Evans this time didn't leave him enough space to come back through. He didn't hold up Verline, and now Evans takes the lead for the first time today. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it?
I wonder whether there's going to be another crash.
This is going to be very interesting to see what happens in this lap. Does Evans go for his attack mode? What does Verline do? Does he go for the lead? A lot up in the air.
If I was Verline, as soon as I saw Evans going for attack mode, I'd go for attack mode as well.
Yeah. In fact, if I was Verline, I'd go attack mode this lap, cover off Cassidy, and then benefit from Evans.
4 minutes, I'd go.
The thing is, Cassidy's now taken both attack modes. Evans hasn't taken one, and now it's ideally Cassidy's got the better race pace. Let's hear from him.
Okay, that didn't quite work out, but they've not done any attacks yet, either of them.
I'd argue it did work out.
I told you guys.
Oh, Cassidy's not happy with the radio. I'd still argue it worked out.
An advantage.
Go on.
I think Verline he knows the 2 Jaguar drivers are going to be bickering back and forth about each other. he does not have that worry. He just focuses on trying to get ahead of him.
Nato passes to Freeze for 15th. I think as De Vries take an attack. Fenestras does, and so does De Vries. Yeah, both on 4 minutes as well. Cassidy got 2.5 left, and Verline's all over the back of Evans. And if, of course, Verline knows if he gets out ahead, and look at that, the fastest lap now goes as well to Cassidy. That's going to be crucial because it's an extra World Championship point on the line. Jake Dennis has been given a 5-second time penalty, but he's already out of the race. So I told you they can't really dish out much justice in the last race of the season. But this is getting insane. Look, Evans is now blocking Verline to give Cassidy a run. Jaguar got the head of the hands here. This race is just... I don't even know what's happening further back because all eyes on the front three. They're the front three in the World Championship as well. The podium will be fun if it stays like this. And look at that. Jaguar win the Teams Championship 2 by quite a margin. And Porsche need both cars on the podium in order to take the Teams Championship away from Jaguar. Da Costa's currently in 9th. Well, why isn't Verline and Evans taking their attack mode? Doesn't seem right.
That's what I'm really curious about. Because I know Cassidy still has his attack mode, but it doesn't seem to be making that big of a difference.
Based on him, he can't now come out in front, man. It's not fair.
So something about Cassidy can't cut out in front as Verline again tries to have an attack, and Cassidy looks around the outside as well. Verline's trying to have a go for the lead of the race, and suddenly everything is just exploding in this one. They're going to come together, you know.
Yeah.
All three of them are going to crash. Look, Cassidy's nearly in the wall already at exit 4. This is not going to end pretty.
I mean, that's...
Go on.
Evans appears to be just doing what Cassidy was doing, just bunching them all together.
Oh my God, do not cause drama. Do not cause an accident.
I mean, if you do cause an accident, that means Verline wins the championship, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, Verline probably will be fine with retiring as well. But there's no way they can score. Well, they can all actually level the points. That's possible. So that's why the bonus point comes into it for that. And 16 seconds left. Cassidy's done nothing with this attack mode. So, oh, look at Verline thinking about a lunge on Evans. Getting super close to the wall through the 16-17 section and up towards turn 19. Verline looks to the inside line, can't get through. Evans went block to fence. And now Cassidy without attack mode, he can feel free to push a bit more. 18 laps to go, plus whatever happens, Verline's sick of seeing the side of a Jaguar, but nothing he can do about it. Into the first corner, he looked to the outside into one and didn't pay off.
Go attack mode, Verline. Go attack mode.
It's going to be one of these days, isn't it? What's happening in the midfield? Look at that, it's all switching back. Roland's up 2.
I have no idea.
Roland past Vern. Van Dorn and Da Costa passes Frines, and Hughes past Muller. What's happening in that little zone? They've all concertinaed up. Look at Porsche. They look worried.
They're just like, are we happy or are we not?
Oh, look at Verline. Verline is standing in the back. I thought he was going to go over the top of Mitch Evans. Cassidy's fighting up now as he come over the bump. Into 16. Here's Verline. All snap.
Evans really lapping slow now. He's 4 seconds off pace.
Yeah, it's a 1:12.3, best lap time.
They don't take attack mode.
No, this is going to be it's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Contact between Verline and Evans has been noted.
What contact?
Instant between Verline and Evans noted by the stewards. No idea what the hell that's about, but we'll find out soon. Vern and
I'm
Roland,
wondering if that was at the end of the front stretch.
Oh, yes. Right, moving on to braking maybe?
That's what I was thinking, because it looked like slight contact between two, but the movement under the brake and was really stood out.
So Verline is 2% up on us, Mitch 1%.
Yeah, I know, but I've just spent energy to create a gap because that's what you guys told me it's going to happen. And now it's this.
Yeah, it's not working.
Oh dear. This is entertaining.
Are both of them in the team next year?
They are, yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Roland's past Gunther, by the way. Ollie Roland's up to 4th. Could be him fighting for the title, of course, but he missed that double header in Portland due to illness, and Championship sort of is on an outside shot, and yesterday lost it with the accidents. As we see Da Costa trying to go on the outside of Verne, and Muller passes to Grassi for 11th position as well. Oh, Verne, he's just all over the back of Evans, isn't he? Coming into the last corners. They're just ticking down the laps now as well. It's not, oh, hello, side by side. That's something with Gunther, so that's Verne and Da Costa side by side. Da Costa's on the outside line, down to turn 1. Verne has got the inside, and nothing there. Oh, and Verline having an attack on Evans, and Cassidy's in there too.
A lot of those, aren't there?
Yeah, it's confusing me. Oh, little contact there. So that's Verne dropped behind Da Costa, and Da Costa now having an attack on Gunther. And no further action for Bird and Jaruvula for causing a collision.
Yay.
I can't work out this race. I don't know whether we want it to be good or not.
I just want to see who the winner is.
Well, right now, Evans is the title lead. Look at that. Well, they haven't taken attack mode yet. They've got to this. No, they still haven't. What are they doing?
Do they have something against attack mode?
Someone's taken it. Verne, 2 minutes. And that's his final one. Muller takes it, 4 minutes. That's his final one. On board with Da Costa. He's slowly making his way up through the field, isn't he? He needs both of the Porsches on the podium to have a chance at taking the Jaguar Team Championship away.
I feel like a minute ago he was 11th.
Look at this. So it is winner takes all. So Evans on 202. Verline on the inside. And he damages his front wing. He tries to nerf Evans out the way. And he almost takes off his front wing for good measure. Well, we know Verline can race without it, like we saw in Portland. But I think, Joe, that's a bit of temper there. He's getting sick of Evans dictating this slow pace. He's doing it again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Evans is pulling up everybody, and at the end of the day, he wants to see a mistake from Mitch Evans. He has the faster car than Mitch Evans, in my opinion. So let's see what happens, because attack mode, that's going to be coming shortly.
Gunther and Da Costa battling each other. Hughes and Degrassi's under investigation for causing a collision. Don't know when. We're not seeing any one of the top 3 racing so far. Into the section now underneath. It used to be an outdoor, now it's indoor. And yeah, 52% of energy. They've got to take their attack mode soon, otherwise they're going to lose it. Da Costa's up to 5th. And Gunther's down to 7th. Gunther's had a problem. Look at this, Megan. He just got, Verline just got, yeah, they hit him.
That's perfect.
Okay, so 2% up on Evans. 2% up on Evans. 1% up on Cassidy, and now Cassidy start to focus on Roland P4. Cassidy start to focus on Roland P4.
I don't know. With the way Verline sent it up the inside there, that was his, but Evans cut him off.
Verline is literally having to ride the back wing of Evans.
It's not paying off the way he wanted to, is it, in this one? Now, Jaruvala's officially out of the race, but our timing tower doesn't show him as out of the race just yet on this one. But he is. So we'll wait for that. He's in the pit. Maybe he hasn't... Well, yeah, he's out, but... So, yeah, don't count him. He's out. That's going to update soon. Now, are any of the leaders going to take attack mode this lap? Ideally, Evans and Verline need to start taking... No, they don't. Of course they don't.
What? Why? Why? Oh, who does?
Buemi and Gunther. Gunther takes 4. Buemi takes his final 2. No, he's got 4
now,
left.
Look who's in 4th place, Josh.
Oh.
Roland. That could be a spoiler for Cassidy, because he's not racing for anything. He wants to get a win, so if he could get a podium, he'll love to do that.
Yeah, he's going to really attack hard, isn't he, now, Roland? And Evans goes defensive again. I'll counter that, what you said, Joe, because look who's behind Roland, Da Costa. And Da Costa, we know he can charge through the field, and
Da Costa is working his way up to his teammate.
He's won 3 of the last 4 races in Formula E, and Verline's looking left and right, almost checking up through the car park section underneath the XL, and Evans is now really toying with Verline, and Cassidy's in there too as we exit down towards turn 10 and 11. Evans knows he's made a little mistake. Verline's finally had enough of him as well. He'll try and line him up, and I think this lap has to be attack mode.
Yeah, Da Costa is slowly making his way up to his teammate of the line.
Had the warning for moving and the braking.
There we go.
There you go. So it was. I knew you can't move under braking. And no attack with this lap.
I didn't quite catch.
No, I just caught the end of that one there.
Something if you can.
Yeah, but I can do it once.
Moving under braking.
Oh, gosh.
Once. Go on.
So, if Evans holds up everybody and you see Cassidy gets passed by Roland, potentially Da Costa, remember, Evans is just trying to hold off Cassidy.
Yeah.
So, he knows both him and Pascal have to do this attack mode. I think he's trying to see if Cassidy falls down to 4th or gets to the point where he knows I could take attack mode.
Look at Verline. He was round the outside. He tried to have a go at Evans there as well. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Evans is trying to force Cassidy into a problem because he knows that he's got Roland and even Da Costa throw that in. Maybe he's trying to do that, but Da Costa won't pass Verline. So Evans definitely trying to force Cassidy into a mistake here and cause him some problems. So broken wings for the number 2? Yeah, at the moment, yeah. Everyone's got broken wings at the moment. Now, here we go again, on board with Verline, through the chicanes, 9, 10, 11, 12, back on the straight and full power again. Evans leads by 0.3 of a less than that. Here's Cassidy's radio.
For Cassidy.
Rich needs to pick up the pace of the race then.
Copy. Da Costa has one more attack to do.
And that's
Yeah, they do, but I think Boemi and Friends taking it as well. So yeah, Boemi takes it. He takes 4 minutes. Van Dorn takes 4 minutes of the attack mode charge 2. Verline's all over the back of Evans. It's winner takes all in Formula E Season 10, so they have to push, they have to have the attack, and Verline out of turn 20 is on the gearbox of Evans. Evans goes towards the pit wall on the right. Verline tries to follow him with him. He can't get it round the outside in time for turn 1, but Evans just uses the track width with him, and Verline's not falling for it this time. He's trying to go around the outside and almost clips his front left-hand side of his front wing.
So close.
This is great defending driving from Evans, but Verline is getting furious, and there's a pigeon.
Take attack mode. Why are neither of them taking attack mode?
No clue. I love how that pigeon just flew out as soon as it saw the cars come through. No sound, is there?
Just like, fast deceptive.
Imagine a pigeon with all the Formula E cars just flying downhill towards it as well.
Imagine if we had an electric car. The pigeons would never move.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Don't move now.
True.
Verline's looking very attacky to Evans. Evans goes defensive and still they're not taking attack mode. Contact between Da Costa and Roland, and Vern's coming up the inside too. Vern's trying to go out the outside. Did he make the move on Da Costa? Oh, they're banging wheels, and Vern gets through the inside line. And Da Costa's keeping him around the outside. Coming into 19. He'll have the inside back into 20. Vern tries to shut the door, leaves it open. Da Costa's going to force him through, gives him some opposite lock, and they're still side by side. Down to turn 1 as Evans defends the inside line again from Verline. We're back to Da Costa. He's still now on the outside, and there's contact between him and Vern goes through, and here comes Gunther around the outside at 3. He'll have the inside to 4. Da Costa tries to loop it back round Vern, hasn't worked. Gunther sticked it back up the inside. Now Da Costa's going to have to brake late. He's on the inside, now the outside, further contact, and Gunther gets ahead, but they're all just continuing up. Fabulous couple of corners.
All Da Costa's hard work taken away.
Great spot from Lou here.
This was been missed most of the year in Formula E.
Oh, it's great.
Most cars behind had taken both attacks. Only As and Pascal left.
And
look at what that Lou's pointed at, and look at what's happening to Verline. Verline is 3% up on energy to Evans as well. Black and white flag for Evans for moving under braking. And Brad says that pack racing is a bit too fake. We're not pack racing. We're not energy saving. We're not peloton racing. This is proper street racing. They're all giving it all. I guarantee you. This is a street course, and there's a championship on the line. This is tacticians playing as Evans defends that line again through 1 and 2, and Evans knows what to do, and he's now Cassie's having an attack on Verline as well. Oh my God!
Someone needs to distract Cassidy.
I'm not sure. There's bodywork off there. Look at that. Into the car park. Verline's going for it. Shuts the door. Let's hear from Evans.
No double moving into turn 1. No double moving into turn 1. You will have a black and white.
I'm not. I'm moving before I'm lifting.
Copy. We have a black and white now officially.
Why is this so intense? Because this is the championship decider. And look at Evans looking very, very slow. And Verline lifts off. Hang on a minute, what's happening here? Oh, that's why. Vern's been sent wide by Roland.
Good, good, good.
And DaCosta jumps them both. DaCosta jumped them both.
Back in
He's up to 5th. What a move from DaCosta. And Frine's down into 11th. Cassidy's looking to get through on Verline. Verline jumping around like crazy. Exit turn 20. We ride with Evans. He's moved once on the start straight. He can't move twice. Verline tries to look round the outside. Hasn't worked out. He'll try and get a cut back through 3. Meantime, Vern was up the inside of DaCosta. No, Vern's on the inside with Gunther on the outside line. And I think they got through okay. Can't quite tell from this angle. Gunther's ahead of Vern. There might be some bodywork damage there. And Verline, have you ever tried to cage a pit bull?
No.
I would imagine it's something like this.
Why don't we ask Lewis Hamilton?
We'll say a German Shepherd then. Because Verline's German.
So what I'm seeing, Josh, is here, especially where the Constantina effect occurs, is where Mitch Evans slows everybody down, hard to pass area, but then that straightaway, he really guns it, so that way he tries to get a distance. Hopeful to seeing some side-by-side action behind him, because he still got to get his attack mode.
Yeah, neither Evans or Verline have taken that attack mode yet. They've got 6 minutes to do, and that's 2 deployments.
They've got to do it now.
They're playing for time, and it's running out.
Yeah, and knowing the look of right now, Cassidy will take the lead of the race.
Yeah.
And stay there.
Well, Evans is 3% less on energy compared to Verline and Cassidy.
I'm discussing plan of attack.
I helped him, mate. I helped him. Come on.
Oh. If you're, by the way, Brad, if you're talking about Ed, he's trackside at London, along with the Formula E Zone crew. And Jess was there yesterday. No further action for De Vries and Tickton for causing a collision. I'm glad the stewards are keeping an eye. They've had a better look at the race than we have. We've just been focused on the top 3. So Cassidy has no attack modes left, and you're right, Megan. If he, and Verline looks about it to turn 9. No.
Maybe he should take attack mode.
Why aren't they taking attack mode? It's getting weirder now. 3 laps extra, I think, are going to be added. So we're back to 37 laps, by the way. Same as what yesterday's was.
Always 37.
Yeah, no one's taken it. Van Dorn gets ahead of De Grassi, and that's Roland and DaCosta. And now we're seeing DaCosta battling with Gunther as well. And DaCosta's still got 4 minutes left.
Cassidy.
Cassidy's under attack. Cassidy's been passed. Cassidy's been passed by Roland.
He's in the pits.
And what's happened to Cassidy? Cassidy's in the pit. Cassidy's got no rear. Cassidy's out. Cassidy's out.
Yellow.
And there's a huge accident on the start finish straight.
We got contact.
Cassidy's out of the race. Gunther with no front wing. And Cassidy is out.
I've just been taken out by DaCosta, right rear. He
Oh my
to the side
word!
of me.
I said so. I said it would be tar drama. Porsche have used DaCosta as a battering ram, and Cassidy is out of the race, and he's out of the World Championship.
I knew they were doing something weird with DaCosta. He was moving up very well, and I knew he was heading towards his teammate to do something to help.
I really hope that wasn't deliberate, because if that was deliberate, safety car's out again. Now this might, if it's a puncture, this might save Cassidy to get him back in the race, but I'm sure his World Championship is gone, and now the safety car's out. Into the lead goes Oliver Rowland, and Evans and Verline. Did they get a tag mode before the safety car came out?
No, they didn't.
Well, I can't tell. Rowland leads. I don't think they did.
They didn't. I saw the safety car come out, and then they started to go down.
So, yeah, this could be interesting. Cassidy's left the pit lane, so Cassidy's not out of the race. But wow.
I want to see a replay of the Gunther incident.
You asked, we shall receive.
This is Cassidy.
So, where's Cassidy? There's Cassidy. Hang on, it wasn't DaCosta.
He went straight into the pit lane.
It was Gunther. It wasn't DaCosta, it was Gunther. Gunther hit him.
That explains why Gunther went down so far. Though I love that Cassidy just went, he was catapulted right into the pit lane.
So he thinks it was DaCosta, but it's not DaCosta because DaCosta goes by. It's Gunther. Gunther stopped on the track, by the way. That's why the safety car's out. So there's DaCosta on the outside, look. Here's Gunther. Yeah, it's Gunther. It's not DaCosta, it's Gunther. So yeah, that's good because I was very... Oh, look at that broken front wheel for Gunther. That's why he's out. I'm very glad it's not DaCosta because that would have been ugly. Really ugly. So Verline down in third, Evans second, but by 1 point, Verline is the champion at the moment.
Yep. Now it's only 15 point difference, so just 3 between those two. This is going to be fun, and they got to take their attack mode, so
yeah,
it's not over yet.
Have they taken it? Are they on it? That's what I want to know. Let's take a look.
Doesn't appear so.
Here we go. So safety car comes out. Evans missed it. They all missed it because of the safety car.
For Evans.
The Berline didn't get it either. It could be the safety.
It's a safety car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the safety car was called.
So the safety car was called when they went to attack it. So you spot on because the safety car was called.
They started to go down as soon as that safety car went down.
Oh, the safety car timing was the worst thing there. Because we're running out of laps now. Track is clear and the safety car in this lap. Now we're at 13.5 minutes under safety car. That is now, I believe, going to be maximum of 7 added laps. We've gone over the limit.
7?
Maximum added time, 7 laps. That's in the rules. So this could be fun. Verline can just stay in third now and he's champion. But he can't let Evans get ahead of Roland. So Verline needs to win. This is now where it gets complicated. So Cassidy is out of the championship hunt. He's 17th. He does have more energy than anybody else, but I don't think he's going to have it. We're coming back. 14 minutes, 11 seconds spent under safety car. We will have added laps, but it'll be Ollie Rowland, who's out of the title hunt, who's going to go for a home win. And Evans is behind with Verlaine as well. So we do have championship drama. Not what we were expecting. We're green again in London. Who's going to have it?
They'd better go for their attack modes.
Yeah, they've got to. They've got to. Look, 6 minutes apiece. And DaCosta's got one left as well. Roland doesn't. This is open. Roland, Joe, exactly as you said earlier, Roland could just win this race. He just go now. There's nothing stopping him.
Yeah, he could just go. And for Evans, Wehrlein, vanish Wehrlein, because he just has to stay one position behind Evans, and he got the championship. So this is going to be really interesting to see what happens.
I'm afraid to say it might not last long. Roland and Evans are under investigation for a possible pass under safety car. But that's because the safety car was called when they took attack mode. In my opinion, Roland still got this lead legitimately. But actually, Evans and... Yeah, now they take it. Evans and Verlaine take their attack mode. Evans stays in second. Oh, and Verlaine makes contact with the side of Buemi. Trying to get back on the accelerator. And DaCosta helps out his teammate. And Evans takes the lead. Evans takes the lead as they come through. Into turn 20 we go. And there's carnage.
Fenestras.
And it's gone green. That's good. Added laps. 3. Only 3, so it's back to a 37-lap race.
37, so they have 5 laps to complete. 6 including this one. Times that by 3%. That means they have to use 18% of energy.
And we've got just about enough left then.
We don't have enough for one more.
Look at this then. Evans is going to be the champion by 8 points to Verlaine at the moment. But Roland's now on the back, so Verlaine now needs to win this race. He needs to clear Roland ASAP. It looked like Roland let Evans through though. And that's
why I was confused.
Yeah, but it's Nissan and Jaguar. They're rivals. Why did... It generally looked like Roland let him
Might have
through.
been accidental.
I know why. Because it's the same thing with Max Verstappen earlier on in the race. The stewards were investigating Roland for an unsafe pass, so before Roland got a harsher penalty, the team have told him to let him through, to let Evans back through, otherwise it'll be a penalty.
And then get him on your
Yeah, that's what's happened, yeah.
Otherwise, can you just add understand where I'm coming from and at least someone apologise to me.
Right.
There's nothing.
Publicly, because no one ever apologised to me publicly. Just say I'm sorry we f***ed up from someone.
That's
What a
Cassidy.
shame.
Got a point.
Cassidy's furious. Wow.
You see, if F1
Having a
talked
meltdown like
that,
last year.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? So, back to a 37-lap race. So, yes, Evans now will take attack mode again this lap. There's a huge piece of wing in the front of the track.
Yeah, that's Jerusalem.
Turn 9, slippery surface flag's been put out.
They never picked that up.
No, they haven't. They could have.
They had the chance.
Cassidy didn't catch the safety car. He's still 29 seconds back from everyone.
He's certainly leading the safety car.
Evans takes attack mode. Roland now legitimately takes the lead. Evans missed it! Evans missed it! Evans missed it!
Sandwich here.
Yes!
Evans missed it! He missed attack mode!
Oh my god.
And that's going to cost him the World Championship because Verline did get it! Verline got attack mode! Evans missed it again! And De Vries has dropped down! De Vries has gone somewhere!
He went for attack mode.
De Vries is in the pit lane! De Vries is out of the race!
What's he?
And now, Verline could win the title by Jaguar doing what they've done all season long and just mess up.
He better buy something for DaCosta that's very, very nice.
Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. So watch the sensor bars.
Oh, he got one wheel.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
And
He didn't even get a wheel on. He missed all the... He looked like he got the sensors. Why didn't... Oh, he didn't arm it. He didn't arm it. He forgot to arm it.
Oh my god.
Wow. And
Horrible mistake by Evans.
But Evans is now going to have an attack charge this lap, but Verline's going to jump ahead. There's now only 1 point between in the championship at the moment. Cassidy and DaCosta are under investigation as well. Evans takes it. He's got it this time, but Verline's gone ahead. But Cassidy and DaCosta are under investigation. So it was DaCosta who hit him. What is going on?
DaCosta just moving away.
Verline leads the title by 6 points and Cassidy is out! Cassidy is fully out as we go to added laps. Cassidy is out after a brilliant season. He plays no further part. And now Roland is leading, but Verline is the champion. But what can Evans do? He's got another 1 minute 20
Hopefully
left.
nothing.
So Cassidy's out. Yeah, go on.
Evans, the only way he could get this championship, get ahead of Pascal and then get 1 position ahead to get enough points. Pascal's in a great seat. Portland, we talked about is Jaguar becoming sort of the Ferrari of Formula E. This is making me think more and more so, yes.
7.
Unbelievable. Jaguar are going to have the team's championship, but Porsche won't be too far back.
I feel like we need it to be fair.
I genuinely think this is Verline's. Out of nowhere. So, the computer is saying it's Cassidy and DaCosta under investigation for causing collision.
Honestly, for him, he's got 1 minute 44. It's really tight for us to make it to the end, to not run out of attack, before the finish line.
Oh, they've got to, and that's a point, because if you don't use all your attack mode before the end of the race, you get disqualified. So Evans might be disqualified for not using all of his attack before the checkered flag. 2 minutes, what is it, 2 minutes 7, 2 laps, 1 minute 10 each. Oh, that's going to be touch and go. Evans might have to...
He'll get it by 30 seconds.
Evans might have to back off to literally do it, which means Verline's won the title. But DaCosta has hit Cassidy. So is that race collusion? What happened there? This is going to be going on and on.
You're forgetting the one thing. He's got 4% left.
I know, 1 more lap to do, which is at 3%, yeah.
He is cutting it close.
Look, Evans is 3.2 back to Verline. He's already had to back off. The championship is Verline's.
It better be.
He's just got to keep on the track, and he's got it. 199 points. Let's hear from Evans. It's under investigation.
Slowing everyone down.
That's going to...
DaCosta is under investigation. investigation as we enter the final lap of season 10. Da Costa is under investigation. Teammate to Verline for taking out Cassidy, a championship rival. Nato and Fenestras noted for an instant as well. My God, this race and this championship ends again in confusion. Verline, I don't even know if he wants the race win or if Roland's going to get a home win here. Because why need it? And look, Evans has got 50 seconds left. It's going to be really tight to see if he actually does it.
I'm going to count how many seconds he gets it by.
Evans might not even be on the podium at this rate. 45 seconds left. And it's closing. And Verline's backed off. Roland's going to win again this year. And Pascal Verline's going to be the champion. Oh, Joe, this has been another incredible end.
This is just insane. This is just off the hook craziness of Formula E we anticipated. Physical, hard racing. I just can't believe this blunder of Jaguar. This is just going to be one they're going to be regretting for a long time.
Oliver Rowland is going to win here in London. A home victory for him. But for Pascal Verline, it's a childhood dream come true. He exits the last corner. It was close last year, but it's one better. Ollie Rowland wins in London. Pascal Verline is the 2024 ABB FIA Formula E World Champion of Season 10 in a most dramatic, fantastic finale. Porsche get their driver's title. Jaguar are the team's champion, but what might it cost them? But Pascal Verline is the 2024 World Champion.
Yep, well done, mate. What a race, what a race, what a race, mate. Well done, well done, well done. You deserve this one, mate. Well done.
That's Roland. Jaguar had it in their hands coming into this weekend, and so often they have made the mistakes. They can't work together as a team, and they come away with a team's championship, but no drivers, and Pascal Verline is the champion.
Go a little bit fruity on the team radio.
I'll have another go. Pascal, it's counted in the commentary box. You are the world champion. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Is that working? I want to hear from our world champion.
Oh, Pascal Verline then.
It's not working. Megan.
I know why Jerufala is still not showing a stop while everyone else is.
Why?
Because
His
his rear
sensor's
wing
fallen off.
is still on the track.
Yeah, his sensor's fallen off. Of course it has.
So he's still in the same position according to this.
Unbelievable.
I was right though.
Pascal Verline comes from nowhere to win the championship in the last weekend. Joe, Formula E's done a NASCAR there. That's come out of nowhere.
This has been a phenomenal race. One of the things I've always enjoyed about Formula E, especially in the early generations, was it was physical street racing. Had a lot of Peloton racing, but I think this just demonstrates this kind of racing that Formula E made itself famous for. Physical street racing. This is the key for excitement. This is the key for success for this series, and hopefully we get more of these races next year, because this is probably one of the best championship battles in Formula E in a long time, probably all time. And everyone's going to remember what happened to Nick Cassidy in Portland Race 1. That was the moment he lost the championship.
That's absolutely fantastic. You're back with us live here on JB Motorsports as we're into the final 8 minutes of test session 7 for the women's testing session. What an interesting day we've had here as well. First of all, thank you so much for all the love in the chat as well, and all the people who have turned up as well. Really has been appreciative. Jess Edgar has stopped on the circuit, the same position where Jean-Marc Verne, whose car she's inherited, did this morning at turn 3. Hasn't been returned to the track, to the garage yet, but doesn't look as much damage, but she stopped sector 1. Tatiana Calderon, Simona Di Silvestro, and Wadux as well, still in the pit lane. Abby Pulling is fastest, 1:30.889. Really not that far away from the top times we've been seeing. So this has been a really successful test to show that women can be as fast as the men in Formula E. Really, really happy about that. To me, there's no reason why we can't have a female driver in Formula E. Everybody seems to have forgotten that we actually started Formula E with 2 female drivers in Catherine Legg and Simona Di Silvestro. That then sort of disappeared after season 2, and ever since season 3, it's been male dominated, and that's not what Formula E was built on. That's not what should happen in Formula E. So I hope that we see one of these women on the grid ASAP. Of course, Abby Pulling, Alice Powell, I think, is the most likely out of the lot. Maybe not Jimmy Chabot because she's aiming for IndyCar, but I say Alice Powell because she's Envision's driver, and it seems more likely with the clashes we've got coming up with Sebastian Buemi, she's going to be first on the list. Okay, we've got a few social media posts to check out on again via Instagram. First up, it's Bianca Bustamante getting into the McLaren out here on the circuit. So let's just quickly open the Instagram page and listen to this. So she's just getting into the car. This is for the seat fit, I believe. That was early on this morning, making sure that she knows everything is, how everything works as well. Really just looked good, actually. That was her this morning. Representation, opportunity, and showing where forward thinking is critical, particularly in motorsport. That was in the press conference that you heard earlier on. Getting into the Jaguar. Oh, here we go. Oh, I've got Meet Me Halfway as well. But history is made. This is the first ever time we've had an all-female test session in an FIA World Championship. Because a couple of years ago we did actually have one in Saudi Arabia. But this is the first time for a full-on championship. Let me just increase the screen size there so you can see it better. So yeah, and let's take a look at their story, shall we? This is what I wanted to get a hold of. They haven't put many on, actually. I hope there's a few videos. This is Nick de Vries, who topped yesterday's afternoon session, getting out of the car. Alexis? I can't hear her. I can't hear her. Hang on.
Time of the weekend.
Let's restart it, shall we? Here.
Day 3 done here in Madrid, and it was rookie David Beckman who topped the timesheets this morning, actually setting the fastest time of the weekend so far. Nick de Vries for Mahindra went fastest this afternoon. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we have one more test session in the morning for our drivers, and in the afternoon, it is the women's test session. Make sure you're following along with live timing on Formula E's website.
Right. No, that's the women's track walk going out yesterday. So Sam Bird telling Bianca Bustamante and Ella Lloyd where to go on the circuit. This is this morning.
And that's the final test session done for our 22 full season drivers. It was Mitch Evans who topped the timesheets, with Dan Ticktum in second and Pascal Wehrlein, reigning champion, in third. Taylor Barnard was the quickest rookie, finishing up in fifth. And Mitch Evans actually set the fastest time of the week with a 1:27.4. These guys are really getting the hang of this Gen 3 Evo machinery. But don't go anywhere, because this afternoon, super excitingly, we have the women's test session coming up for you. Make sure you're following along with all of the updates across the Formula E social media, and of course the live timing on the Formula E website.
It's like the first day of school. That was Bianca we saw earlier on. What's this final one? Women heading out onto the circuit there. The drivers getting out there on the circuit. That's all they've done. I'm a bit disappointed actually about that. I thought there would be more, but I've been keeping across of everything, and sadly there hasn't been much content. So my thanks to everyone, all the journalists trackside who've given us all the information. Jack Pickering as well, Formula E Zone as well, Nick Golding as well. Everybody who's given us all the access and all the assistance and help as well, because there hasn't really been much on the socials, or not many videos either. So it's been really hard to try and keep up to date with everything that's going on with not having TV pictures, but I suppose we'll have to get used to it with Formula E and Formula 1 as well, doing things like this. So having a look to see if there's any last media bits. TNT Sports. Oh, okay. This is an interesting thing. It looks like TNT Sports are going to keep Formula E because they've put this on. The first ever all-women's test session for an FIA championship. So they've put a little clip on from TNT We've got 1 minute 34, it's 1 minute 48, so the track will end the session before this is over, but hey, I want to know what it says, and I know you do too. Let's have a look. I wonder if this is just a musical piece, and there's nothing speechy about it.
Our first all-women's test in the Gen 3 Evo car. Very exciting to provide an opportunity for women that wouldn't have otherwise maybe had the chance.
We believe that motorsport is a sport where men and women can compete equally. We absolutely recognise that men and women don't get equal opportunities to compete in this sport. So simply look at the maths. They don't have the same opportunity to get in the car and prove their potential, showcase their potential.
The biggest challenge that professional women face in getting in full-time rides is opportunity and experience.
And it gives the opportunity to 18 of the best women drivers in the world with these teams, with the infrastructure of the teams, with exactly the same cars, on exactly the same racetrack, with the same technology set up around it, for them to show what they're capable of producing.
I think it just gives an opportunity, you know, for a lot of young female drivers to also show what they can do and also get to actually test, you know, Formula E car. You know, hopefully at the end of the day, somebody will be quick enough, you know, to be close to the boys, and I think that can maybe also create opportunities.
I'm really just looking to learn. It's my first time ever driving the Formula E car. It's my first time ever actually in the Formula E paddock at a Formula E event, so that's exciting. All I'm really looking to take out of it is just new experiences.
I'm so excited to be here. And yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have a test, all of the girls to wear with all the teams. So yeah, obviously to try to know the car as much as possible, to try to learn as much as well with the engineers, also with Pascal and with Antonio here.
Of course, for Gabrielle, she is Valencian. You might have heard in the press conference earlier on. So Teresia Harama as well, and not in Valencia. There's a lot of tragedy going on for her right now. So I really do thoughts and prayers with her and her family as well at this difficult time. And to everybody out there as well experiencing difficulties. I think looks like they've all... In fact, TNT have actually done stuff. Yeah, only today, though, that we've seen them really do stuff. Let's have a look. Yesterday, no, nothing. Today they have. So we've got a couple of people to hear from. We'll hear from Nick Cassidy as well shortly. Checkered flag is out then. Session is over. And it's Abby Pulling who has ended the final test of the Formula E pre-season top on a 1:30.889. Jamie Chadwick is in second with Bianca Bustamante in third. And we get Komar in fourth, Buller fifth, Visser sixth, Ella Lloyd in seventh. Marta Garcia is in eighth. Then we get Carrie Schreiner, Tatiana Calderon, Jess Edgar, Alice Powell, Maria Marti. Then we get Jill as well down there as well in 14th. Chloe Chambers 15th. Then nothing out there from Visions. Palmorski as well. Samoji Silvestro in the back. And the 37 of Waldock. So I didn't set a time and did no laps. So only 17 of the women went out there on the circuit. As well as they all now will return to the pit lane. We're going to stay on here at JBMotorsports and catch up with some interviews throughout the day from all the testing. Starting now with the Jaguars of Nick Cassidy with TNT Sports.
Yeah, look, it's been a tricky day. There's a lot of changes in our team, there's a lot of changes with our car, and we've certainly got a lot to go through, but I think at the end we started getting it on top of it. Yeah, I think we were P18 or something in the morning, so a bit of time to find, and then in the afternoon we're a bit closer. So.
I mean, yeah, lots of learning. Overall, it's been a pretty positive day. You know, each run we were pretty competitive, and then yeah, to finish the day second, I'm pretty happy with. But yeah, a lot to analyse. You know, no one really did too much preparation coming into this event, purely because we all did it for Valencia. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of head scratching, getting into all the data, and understanding what really happened today. But yeah, so far so good.
Obviously a new track for me, so it took a little while for me to get used to the track, but really enjoying this track actually. It's really fun to drive. I think a pretty successful first session, honestly. The first half of the session was a little bit better for us in terms of lap time, but I think we got through what we needed to get through, so some good progress for us today.
Well, I think it's great to be back out on track. I actually really enjoy the track. It's very quick, pretty tricky, a little bit old school, so yeah, I enjoy going around. And it's been a pretty productive and positive day for us. Obviously, it's hard to really read what others are doing, but it seemed like we were, doing some good things at the end of the day. But yeah, we got to be cautious and see what, where we really are once the season kicks off.
Nice to hear then from the drivers, and we're going to hear a couple more as well as the field has now returned to the pit lane, so we're going to hurry before they all turn the systems off. Let's hear now from the drivers about the new tyres, starting off with Antonio Felix da Costa.
Initially, firstly, it's just good to get back in the car and you know, being with every car on track at the same time. It's always a cool feeling to, you know, it means the season is approaching, so that's cool. And yeah, look, there's a lot of new things for us, mainly on tyres to understand this season. The tyres are different from last year. But yeah, I'm still a bit confused at the moment, to be honest. It's good, yeah, we're on top of the timesheets, but it doesn't really matter at the moment.
Yeah, it feels quite different to what we are used from the past, especially the tyres are very different. So I think we made a good step from yesterday to today. But yeah, you know, running through our program, some things are better, some are worse. Yeah, a few things have definitely changed.
To be honest, the most surprising thing is the difference in tyre, like to what we're used to. Like the tyre we had last season, you could pretty much do anything to it, and you know, it doesn't matter the mileage, didn't matter how many heat cycles, it would pretty much do the same lap time. But the tyre we've got here, this is quite an abrasive track, so probably more load on a track like this than we'd see in our season, but still I think the characteristic of the tyre will be similar throughout the season, and it's much better on new. It's like a more conventional race tyre, like a typical Pirelli or Michelin, so there's quite a clear peak.
Nice to hear then as well from the drivers about all of this with the tyre systems and everything. Don't think we've got any more videos coming through. I am double checking, of course, as they've all confirmed their last session. That's on TAT's page. That helps. Trying to get out of it and get back to latest for Formula E media. Think we've had the last of it. To be fair, everyone looks like we've already had all the interviews. I'll double check as well, just quickly with Formula E Zone on YouTube and Formula E on YouTube themselves to double check. We had the press conference as well, so now I've got to type in Formula E Zone. They're all hotkeys actually, so doing all this is quite easy now to begin with. Want to make sure we give you everything we can before we go, and I think we have. Okay, that is it then for pre-season testing of ABB FIA Formula E in season 11 as well. And what we will do actually, just before you go, we'll log into the Formula E website, because I want to show you this calendar now, because it has fully changed ahead of us, and it is an important calendar that comes up. So we are going to just clear the screen quickly, because all the stuff for JBMotorsports is on the main board now on here. So let's take a look then. We will stinger over, and I'm on the mouse. So round 1 is on the 7th of December this year. We're in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Then round 2 will be on the 11th of January. That's in Mexico City. Double header in Jeddah, not Diriyah. We're at the Jeddah Corniche Circuit. That's on the 14th and 15th of February. That's where we're supposed to see a tack charge come into it. Homestead Miami Speedway on April the 12th will give us the 5th round of the championship. You notice there's no race in March. The cancelled Thailand Grand Prix. We're waiting on news of something very special coming for fans as well in between that event. And then we're into double-header territories for the rest of the season as well. We've got double-header in Monaco on the 3rd and 4th of May, the Saturday and the Sunday. Double-header in Tokyo on the 17th and 18th of May. And then we round up May and June on the 31st of May in Shanghai and the 1st of June also in Shanghai for rounds 10 and 11. 21st of June, a single race, but we are back in Jakarta. Fantastic circuit for Formula E. And then the doubles begin for the season finale as well. 12th of July and the 13th of July, we are going to be in Berlin for rounds 13 and 14. I will hopefully be in the commentary box for those, but I'm also at World Superbikes Donington round as well. And then the season rounds out in London, the 26th 16th of July, and the 17th of July makes up the 16-race calendar of the 2024-2025 ABB FIA Formula E World Championship Season 11. A quick reminder then to all of you watching at home, you can join the Formula E Zones YouTube channel and the FE Bar for your say on what you've made of testing and what you're expecting going in to Season 11. The daily testing review, 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. GMT. If you're in Central Europe, that is 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. as well. Go to the Formula E Zone YouTube channel and you can be a part of the FE Bar, a phone-in show where you join the Discord call and you have your voice heard by everybody and you get your opinions out. So we want to know, get involved. It's a great, great show. The FE Bar, come and have a drink with us as well. Well, that's it then, folks. That's the last from testing. My thanks to everybody who's made the last 4 days possible. Formula E will return in Sao Paulo, Brazil in just over exactly, actually, a month's time. Join us for all of that in December. From us all here at JBMotorsports, thank you very much for your company. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.